Good evening, Firebird football fans. Jay and Joel coming to you from Firebird Stadium, where tonight our Birds entertain the Mountain Point Pride in a homecoming for former head coach and current last year's defensive coordinator, Conrad Hamilton. So, Joel, welcome to tonight's matchup. Glad to have you back at the mic with me, brother.
Thank you.
And go for it, man.
Thank you for having me here again, Jay. It's an honor to be here right next to you and, getting to watch some good football.
Yeah, man, it's going to be an entertaining contest tonight. Our Birds coming in with a record of 5 wins and 2 losses. And the Mountain Point Ball Club, even though they have a record of 3 wins and 4 losses, they've had a tough schedule this year. We'll talk about that throughout the game, how it plays out. But tonight's storyline, again, is all about Conrad Hamilton coming back. And how will this game be played? How emotional, being the DC former head coach, how are the boys going to play it on the field? I mean, what do you think? You got a son in the program. What are you hearing from the program this week?
Well, this week they came with a lot of speed, a lot of talented kids out there. Freshman level, they had a few kids out there that were pretty talented. But obviously our freshman team came out. They were hungry. They went out there and they
big win. What was it, 47-14 you said?
47-14, yeah.
Dominating, man. 6 wins, 1 loss.
6 wins, 1 loss. Yeah, well, they got a great record down there. Coach Ruby's doing a great job with those kids. Amazing. The kids, taking leadership. You got your captains, leading that team. So you got to be very excited for what's coming up.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Unfortunately, JV Ball Club did fall yesterday by a score of 15-13. Closely contested game. But for tonight, as always, you look forward to bringing this live action. Coming to you again from Firebird Stadium. It is fall break, so the stands aren't near as full as they normally are. I don't know if you can get a shot possible for our viewers. I know you're on the field right there with the bird cage, which is normally packed and overflowing. What's going on, brother, man? There's not much there, no?
I saw a lot of kids outside tailgating. Hopefully they're coming back in here. So hopefully, they're getting ready for the game.
They're getting gamed up, man. They're pre-game out in the parking lot. Yeah, so light, man. Not much there. This is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So a lot of pink in the stands the entire month of November. You see the Palmies have their pink Palmies going on. Our players will have pink socks tonight. Several pink shirts being generated. It's kind of a fundraiser for our boys. But let's get back to our action. But before we go any further, I don't want to go another minute and not without saying thank you to Jimmy John's, man. Jimmy John's, as you and I know, Joel, our official press box sponsor. And this press box here at Schaap Stadium with a really nice Go Birds and the Jimmy John's logos lit up, man. Got to get up at Jimmy John's, right?
It's definitely nice to have that big, bright sign there saying Go Birds. Thank you, Jimmy John's, for bringing that up. Great sponsor for the football program here.
Yeah, they're our headline sponsor, folks, and obviously a press box sponsor. We appreciate your support so much. And I also want to say, as they do, freak yeah, that's the official announcement, as the Mountain Point coaches come by us. And actually right in front of us, former head coach DC Conrad Hamilton talking to a couple of the fans on the way back up. Want to say that, again, Jimmy John's is so proud to be one of our sponsors. And their food is outstanding. And you and I had a little Chick-fil-A before, it's a concession stand. As Conrad Hamilton comes through our press box here, going to go up, defensive coordinator, and call the defensive strategy against our Birds tonight. So speaking of tonight's contest, let's talk about what has happened so far on the field for the Birds. A loss record of 5 wins, 2 losses, Joel. Opening up on the road with that outstanding overtime win against Hamilton. What a ball game that was.
Yeah, that was a tough grind for our first game. Going up with a very well-known football club, 6A, top every year. It was nice to be able to start off that season strong.
Yeah, pick out that road on the win, too. Great one. That kind of catapulted the momentum for the rest of the season so far. We came home, the season opener, took down the Desert Mountain Ball Club by a score of 35-16. Before La Jolla came in, and we beat them by a score of 54-14. We're going to pause for a minute, folks, as we're going to honor America with our national anthem. All right, very nice rendition of our national anthem here this evening. I was talking about the Chaparral schedule. I left off with the very resounding 54-14 win over La Jolla, and then went on the road and had a very disappointing, tough loss at Saguaro, Joel. But our boys were really in that ball game the entire time.
Yeah, they were. They had a great game that day. We had our running back,
Darvon Hubbard,
I couldn't think of his name.
Sure.
So Darvon had a great first half. He was running that ball. And then, of course, second half he went down and it seemed like the momentum totally shifted.
Yeah, that was a tough loss on the road. The Birds rebounding the following week at home, absolutely crushing the Mountain Ridge Ball Club by a score of 60-3 before going to Boulder Creek, and has been the biggest loss of the season. Unfortunately, we're upset by Boulder Creek by a score of 47-43. And then last week, getting back on the win column with a 40-37 win over O'Connor. Our captains tonight for the Birds, number 78, Craig McFarland, number 5, Oliver Karras, number 81, Tommy Christakis, and number 32, Cade Fredrickson. So we can get the names and numbers for the ball club from Mountain Point, number 13, Vicente Rivera, number 44, Anthony Diedrich. I'm trying to pick up a couple of the other numbers. Number 72 looks like Alex Vogel. And one of the other running backs
44 out there?
Got 44. Looks like I'm trying to get one right in front of Oliver Karras. Can't quite see that number. Yeah, here comes the Birds onto the field. Oh, Jaquan Hayes is the other captain for the Mountain Point Ball Club. Make that, folks. Birds taking the field tonight. Again, it's going to be very emotional all night long, Joel. Time to take down this Mountain Point Ball Club. They come in with a record of 3-4, folks. I talked about that. But they opened up the season against number 2, now ranked Pinnacle, went down by a score of 56-34. They went on the road, took down Mountain View by a score of 45-18 before traveling to Utah and losing to Bingham Jordan Club by a score of 21-14. They then came home and took down Hamilton, a common opponent, by a score of 55-20. They did lose on the road at Queen Creek. Sorry. As Dave Wojciechowski coming in. How you doing, Wojo? What's up, brother? All right, man.
Fantastic.
IT, man. Sideline review in the house. Then they finished up the last 2 weeks giving the Highland Ball Club their only loss of the season, 48-27, Joel. That tells me how good this ball club is. And also last week losing in the Tukey Bowl, 1 point, 28-27 at Desert Vista.
Wow, that sounds like they're, they got the name cut out for them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're all over it.
I was going to say, usually it can be a great team, but if the team shows up, they're going to win.
Yes.
If they don't show up, mistakes, sometimes you fall behind. That's what happened last week. Small mistakes, all around with the, officiating included. But, small little things can cause a game.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, if you lose by 1 point or you lose by 60 points, it's
doesn't
still
matter.
a loss, you know? So
doesn't matter.
I hope our boys brought it today. Like I said, if they bring it, I think they're a great team that they can stand up with anybody out there, Jay.
I think you're absolutely right. And Coach, as I've talked about before in the quarterback club, talked this morning about if the Birds execute, they can take this ball game. Now, it's about execution. Of course, you can say it every week. Sometimes you can get by in athleticism. You just got better athletes. They don't have the better athletes across the board tonight, Joel. We're smaller, they are bigger, and they are quicker. So we're going to have to execute. But I think it's going to be entertaining ball games. So wherever you are, sit back, get your favorite beverage, get your favorite Barker Lounge or whatever works. Enjoy it. And our Birds are going to have their hands full tonight against the Mountain Point Ball Club. I can't wait to get this one underway.
This is going to be exciting here, Jay. I'm excited as well.
So back deep for the Mountain Point Ball Club, Eli Sanders, and number 33, Jakim McKinney, will receive the kick from Tommy Christakis. And as usual,
everybody receives kicks here.
Great point. Not with Tommy.
Yeah.
His strong leg, most of those sail through the end zone. As we know, he's very much a weapon on the field and also with the kicking game. So a true ace we have in our sleeve. All right, so senior quarterback Nick Wallerstedt, 6'3", 185, leads out the Mountain Point Ball Club, and he is a stud. He's going to be playing on Saturdays. To his right, the leading ball carrier, Jakim McHenry, over 700 yards on the ground so far this season. Motion shown, Wallerstedt underneath, Pass is going to be caught. Flock of Firebirds there. Pass complete to the leading receiver, Dominique Davis. Dominique with almost 40 catches on the season. Great pursuit by Damon Williamson, bringing him down for the Birds.
We got to get this defense momentum going. Let's get 3 and out. Get that defense off right off the bat. That was a great play too, Jay.
Yeah, nice, well-designed play, but very well defended as the Birds show Plitzer off the edge. Here they come. Wallerstedt fires and misfires. Pass intended for Amen Williams, number 10. BT Braxton Tessler, closest defender in the area.
There was actually 2 defenders there. So he was going to be stopped regardless.
Yep, threw into double coverage, would you say?
Double coverage. So
exactly.
Right into double coverage. Here we go. Third
all right,
down.
3rd and 11. For those of you who watch these broadcasts all season long, this has been the defense's problem, getting off the field in 3rd and 11. Let's hope that trend stops right here.
Yes, sir.
Wallerstedt looking across the board as the Pride shows trips receivers far side of the screen. Flag flies. So got a little happy feet on the offense for Mountain Point. I'm moving back 5. We'll take that. Bring up a 3rd and 16. Ball will be spotted at the 14-yard line. So all kinds of room here to operate. As I see sitting down right in front of us, Jim Rattay, the legendary Arizona coach, who, if I'm not mistaken, has the most wins in Arizona coaching history. He was a special assistant at Game 1 at Chandler Hamilton, we found out later. So Wallerstedt dropping all kinds of time. He is very mobile, being flushed, and going to be brought down. Nice job.
Beautiful.
Nice tackle. Jared Williams all over him. What you got?
That's what you like to see from a defense. Execute that 3rd down. You know, they got 16 to go, so they need to either go far. But that's great pursuit by the defense.
Yeah, and glad to see Jared Williams, too. Hasn't had that many defensive snaps on the season, but right up there bringing in Wallerstedt. Brings up a punting situation as Devin Crawford, standing about the 47-yard line of the Pride, received the punt here. Abercrombie to punt it away. And nice punt. All kinds of hang time on that one. Crawford fields it. Going to be smashed right there. Number 30 leading the way for the Mountain Pride, Jaylus Horton. So the Birds will have great field position at the 46-yard line. Short field, first time, Joel.
Yeah, I was going to say they're going to have a great field position to start off their offensive drive.
So led by junior quarterback Jack Miller and junior running back Darvon Hubbard, the Ohio State Buckeye backfield commits. Here comes the Birds and their first offensive set of downs here.
All right, Birds, let's go. Now let's get the offense going.
Miller drops, check, gives it Darvon Hubbard, picking a couple yards off the left side. Good first down run by Darvon. Coach talking this morning about he's probably going to be 20, 25 carries. They've got to get that running game established tonight. Conrad Hamilton, known to bring the heat, loves the pressure, especially up the A-gap. Got to offset with some screens and some draws right up the middle.
Yeah, this is going to be a great and fun game for Jack because he's going to be able to read and react. So this is going to be great. We're going to be able to see him in full action here, Jay.
So Miller surveying the defense. Box loaded for the Pride. And Miller's going to be hit as he releases. Pass is complete. Nice catch by Darvon. Close to the first down across the way.
He just got it.
I anticipate they're going to try and hit Miller all night long. They're going to bring a lot of heat. Yep.
They brought that heat there.
Tackle by Lacaria Pleasant Johnson.
Looks like we're moving them. First down, Jay.
They were right there. Are you going to say 3rd and short, or are they going to measure this one? It's.
He just said first down.
Yeah, there we go.
There
Thank you. You guys waiting for the sticks
There
across
you
the
go.
way. Yeah.
There you go.
One of us is watching the action.
I'm looking at the referee trying to say, hey, come on, let's go.
Move those sticks. And a Firebird first down.
That's
Like
right.
to see it.
There you go. Right off the bat, we got to get this offensive crew going. Like
Timeout called by the defense, which is also a signature Conrad Hamilton trait, folks. Again, haven't been on this program for 7 years. Conrad having been here for 6 to 7 as a DC and then a head coach and the DC and going to ASU, coming back as a DC. He loves to burn those early timeouts, which can come back and later on in the game, man.
Hey, you know what? if it's to our advantage, I'll take it.
I'll take anything we can get, right?
Yeah, right, Jay? Yeah.
Want to give another shout out to one of our headline sponsors, the Fairmont Princess. A very special thank you to our family and friends at the Fairmont Princess for their scoreboard sponsorship as well. Take advantage of the 5 Diamond Luxury Hotel, TPC Stadium Course, or the award-winning Well and Being Top Rank Spa. Also proudly sponsoring the La Hacienda Restaurant, Toro Latin Restaurant and Rum Bar, and Bourbon Steak Restaurant. So back to action here. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. I'll talk about that timeout in a second here. Miller gives to Hubbard. Darvon, nice positive yardage and first down. Again, having been around this program and seeing what Conrad calls the defensive side of that ball, those of you tuning in the DC for Mountain Point, if the offense lines up and looks they haven't seen, aren't prepared for, he'll call that timeout.
Oh, yeah.
This is part of what Coach talked about with some different looks to kind of get him on his heels to start really thinking.
That's right.
You know, strategy, counter strategy, there you go.
Yep.
So 2nd and 6.
It's nice to see Darvon go down 5 yards, you know.
Great first down pickup.
Average that every time. Look at that.
Underneath, that's what we like. Pass is complete to Marcus Norvell.
Here we
Marcus cuts back.
There it is.
Heading towards the end zone. And Marcus Norvell, touchdown Birds. You been nuts, baby.
Jay, yeah, man, Jay. All right.
We're just celebrating in the booth. So that's what it's all about.
Sorry, guys, but we're high-fiving over here. If you're at home, you're probably getting up saying, yeah, let's go, Birds.
It's what we need, man.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
Miller to Marcus Norvell, 8:37. Jack with 5 touchdown passes last week. Great job and run after catch by Marcus Norvell. That's 25th touchdown pass of the season for Jack Miller. Birds are man short. Jack Pilson needs to hustle out here. We still got plenty of time. 13 seconds on the play clock. Now we got too many Birds in the field. Get off. Tommy Christakis on for the PAT. Ben Edelblut the holder, and Tommy drills that one. So 8:37, and the Birds strike early. Nice underneath route, Joel.
That was a great play. Great. He just saw the vision. He looked at the end zone. He looked left, right, turn, and he scored. That's great sportsmanship by him. You know, just going out there and looking out for that touchdown. That was a great play. You know,
it's part of what you and I talked about before we went on the air. Again, I keep talking about Hamilton's defense. You can hear it all night, guys. I've watched him for 7 years. Loves to bring the heat. The underside of the belly is open underneath. The backers, they bring the heat. There you go. It's a perfect example of it. Exploit it, take advantage of it. So let's do it all night long.
You got all the. I think I saw all the DBs were all the way back. You had your linebackers all the way up to the front. So you got your whole middle wide open.
Wide open.
That's great. Yeah.
Yep. Tommy's second kick is also going to sail out of the end zone.
Hey, today he's 1 for 1.
2 for 2.
Oh, 2 for 2. Well, actually 1 for 1 because it's only 7 points.
Oh, you mean the PATs?
Yeah,
I got you.
after,
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. Okay, thought you meant as far as going out of the end zone. So
last week he missed it.
He did.
Every time?
I missed a couple. I think he had 4 missed kicks overall. A couple PATs, a couple field goals or something, right?
We lost by 3?
Yeah, it was close.
I mean, that just shows like
be a difference maker, right?
There, you know, we're right there.
I'm with you, brother. So Wallerstedt, a little counter this time. No running room there. Jackson Richards wrapping up McKinney.
33, Jacob McKinney, the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of short 1, bring up a 2nd and 9. If you look at that offensive line, folks, you can tell they are big. I'm going to check them out.
Yeah.
Eric Williams, 6'7", 285. Caleb Wilhorn, 6 feet, 260. As once again, McKinney's got the ball right up the middle. Good stop by the Birds defense here. Jace Jorgensen from his nose guard position, able to wrap him up. That away, JJ, and also Jackson Richards assisting. Will bring up a 3rd and 6.
Here we go, Firebirds. Here we go. Let's get this defense going.
Get them off the field, man. Here comes the pressure. Zian Tesser, an A-gap, forced him to throw before he wanted to.
Beautiful.
Pass intended for Jathan Watt.
That's great.
Excuse me. Yeah, Wallerstedt, because of the A-gap heat from Zian Tesler, had to get rid of that one A little bit early.
3 and out.
Take a 3 and out, baby. Let's go. That's what we like to see, like you talked about. Don't get that defense tired, man. Let's get some fresh legs.
They're out there fresh, man. It's a beautiful night, too. It's so cool. It's amazing weather right now.
This is perfect football weather for me.
Oh, my gosh, yes, it is.
High snap, and going to be a short punt this time.
Oh.
Pushing the back right in front of us. It's going to be a flag or not.
They call poison, get away from the ball.
Exactly. Leave that one alone. A little push in the back was not called. Ball was down by Mountain Point for number 49. There is a flag. They may get that after all. I saw a push in the back.
Yeah.
It's Damon Williamson, unfortunately. Yeah, tonight features, I said earlier, I talked about the officials. It is against the Birds, it's a call. It's a 7-man officiating crew, which that isn't normal for AIA. It's something they're going to use in the playoffs this year and moving forward. They've been testing it, but since it's a high-profile ball game, they want to have that 7-man crew. Well, as there are more officials, you can imagine it could lead to more penalties. They'll be able to see more things, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But that was right in front of us. We could see that.
Oh, we can see it, man. And I had it zoomed in, too, like he was out of bounds when he caught that ball.
I got you, man.
And we're talking about that last play last week.
That was terrible.
Last play last week. Oh,
that was crazy. All right, so the Birds will set up on their 32. Second set of downs here.
All right, now let's drive it another 70 yards. 60 yards. Let's go.
The referees want to talk about what they got going on here. A little equipment situation. Looks like Marcus Novell is going to be replaced by Capri Hamilton. Capri is going to go out to the Z. Far side at the 30-yard line. Darvon hunting, pecking. Good first down run again up the 35-yard line, a little beyond that. You get that 4+ positive yards at first down. It's very manageable, Joel.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, you know what? 4 at a time, that gives you a first down.
Amen, brother.
We can do that. Just, get that running game going. Run out that clock quick. Don't give them an opportunity to run their offense.
Keep the defense fresh.
Yeah, Get the offensive guys tired now. Just flip it around.
Miller dropping, being flushed out of the pocket, directing traffic, fires. Pass was catchable ball. Marcus Novell in and out of his hands. There is a hanky on the ground about the 28-yard line there. Didn't see what happened there. That was a catchable ball, but that one falls to the turf, so we'll check that one out, see what we've got.
Let's see what we got here.
No flag, inadvertent flag, so that brings up a 3rd down and 7 here for our boys. What do you think about as far as the overall Mountain Point has no pink on at all? I guess maybe they got wristbands, don't they? Little wristbands, towels too, yeah.
Couple wristbands.
Interesting. Almost all the ball clubs so far have been honoring that in October, so okay, interesting choice.
The Birds had the pink socks on.
I'm down.
So
it's cool.
It's always good.
Yep. All right, Miller and company ready for a 3rd and 7 here. Jack steps up. Going to run for it himself. He has the first down.
Ooh.
Right in the belly of that defense.
Nice
it is
job.
wide open there. So another Firebirds first down.
First down. Great awareness by Jack. He looked over, needed to know where to go, took that extra step. He wasn't going to slide. He likes to go forward, man. So it's great.
44-yard line. Again, that is the Achilles heel of the defense, right up the middle. So Birds capitalize, move the sticks again. 6:33. Birds up 7-0 here. Miller dropping, takes a shot. Has Tommy Kostakis out there.
Oh, man. Looks like that was a little out of bounds there, Jay.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell. Maybe you could tell on your monitor better than me. Was he out of bounds?
Yeah, he was out of bounds. He threw it out. He tried to stay in, but it was overthrown.
Yeah. He definitely had a step on those 2 defenders there.
Yeah, he did. He had double coverage. He had them both beaten back.
Yeah, Jaquan Hayes and Diamante Landrum double covering on Kostakis, which figures to happen pretty much all night long. Tommy's our leading receiver, as you all know.
Yeah. We just need to give him a nice little route, quick route.
Got to take that shot every now and then, like stretch that defense too, right? Yeah.
It's only first down.
This time underneath screen, Darvon Hubbard wide open over there. Got some running room. Fights towards the sticks.
Ooh, looks like that ball fell out of his hands, but went out of bounds.
Yeah, thank goodness. Positive bounce for the Birds. Yeah. Rezzy Shank and Jalis Horton bringing him down there. Ball's at about the 47. Looks like about a 3rd and 1 we're going to call it here.
Yeah. Oh, looks like somebody's down on their side.
Yeah, Mountain Point's got a player down there, which gives us a time to give another shout-out to one of our great sponsors. I want to say thank you so much to Spooner Physical Therapy. They're a longtime supporter of Chaparral Firebirds. And also, we talk about this every week, brother, the Clean Freak. Go get your ride taken care of and cleaned up. I know it's supposed to rain, I think, overnight and all day tomorrow, so make sure you stop in on Sunday and get your vehicle Clean Freak clean. Also, Raising Cane's, they're the official chicken finger sponsor for Chaparral football. They say they love their ongoing ticket and booster club lounge sponsor. Raising Cane's is always ready for Chaparral football on a Friday night. So are you and I, man. We're always ready for Chaparral football.
Always, man.
On a Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right?
That's right.
You
Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Exactly.
You got your son playing on Wednesdays. You got the JV crew on Thursdays. Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights, man.
Bring it on. All right, so they call this the U-Haul, which is basically the Wildcat. Darvon Hubbard, little trickery. They talked about this. Wide open. Jack Helston. And Jack hauls in a 21-yard line.
Nice.
I'm going to give some love on that play, baby. Very nice. Off that Wildcat, or they call it the U-Haul. Coach talked about that also this morning. He said everybody lines up. They know we're going to power run it. We got a little something off of that.
Beautiful, beautiful play.
Jack Miller comes around, picks up the pitch from Darvon Hubbard down to Jack Helston, and first down at the 22.
You know, Jay, they didn't see that coming.
No.
They didn't see that coming. Underthrew him a little. Otherwise, it would have been a TD, man.
Yeah.
Small underthrown, but you know what? Hey, we'll
big
take
gain.
The yards. Yes.
Officials want to take a timeout again here. We got equipment malfunction. Looks like it being asked to go to the sideline is Shamar Wade, number 19. See if he has to go out for a play.
So it looks like if you have your, if you don't have your straps on, it takes you out. So
both of them strapped up tight.
Both strapped on, mouthpiece in.
I love it.
Otherwise, you're stepping out.
Safety for the kids, man.
Yeah, that is, man. That's great. And that's the officials making that call there.
Tristan Kramer replacing him defensively. Miller fires near side. Norvell.
Miller's passing complete.
Marcus Norvell came down hard. He missed one game because of concussion protocol a couple weeks ago. Well thrown ball. Little too tall, so unable to bring that one in. We'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
He had his guy beat, too.
Yeah, so far our receivers have been, open.
Yeah.
You guys been listening to my cough all season long, man. Now it's allergies are kicking in. It's all good. Sorry, I apologize again in advance. I walked on you, Joel. What were you saying, brother?
No, it's all right. Go ahead, man.
No.
I was going to say, they're coming out quick, fast, hitting them hard first, quick, you know. That's what you need. Get that offense going, show them that, you know, we're not afraid. And I think they're a little starstruck right now.
Yeah, a little shell shock.
Whoa.
Yep, happy feet. Procedure, move their birds back 5 yards here. So I'll bring up a 2nd and 15. I'd like to see the Birds definitely get some points out of this after that great play that got them down inside about the 20-yard line, make that. So Devin Crawford switching sides of the field. Norvell and Christakis split far side. Got another whistle.
Wow.
Yeah, it could be a long night because of all these officials, so we'll see. Against the Birds, again, is a preliminary. And once again, procedure. That could be a part of, again, the Mountain Point team showing a lot of blitz. A-gap off the ends. Yep. All right, so another 5 going to march us backwards. It'll be a now 2nd and 20. Ball at the 32-yard line. We'll see what Coach Barnes dials up here in this long one.
All right, here we go. 2nd and long on this one, Jay.
2nd and 20, brother. Jack launches, takes a shot. Norvell wide open. Overthrows him.
God.
Again, had a man wide open.
Wide open.
That one's on Jack. He was definitely wide open. Had the defender beat again, but not able to connect on that one. So I'll bring up a 3rd and 20 now. Also, number 85, Jack Helston, tight open. I noticed was open on a skinny post. So we had a couple options there. A little too much air in that one.
Looks like there was a couple guys open, too.
Yeah.
On the other side, he had somebody open as well. Was that number 9?
For us, Devin Crawford.
Devin Crawford.
Yep.
Hey, I got to tell you, man, we have some speed, so.
Miller dropping inside. Ball's batted. Wisely. That could have been picked. So Jack tried to, fell to the turf.
All right.
Isaiah Anderson got his big paws up there. Isaiah, 6'1", 285-pound senior, knocks that one down. So, yeah, I'll see if Tommy's going to give it a shot well within his field goal range. He's got the career yard or long 53-yarder earlier this season.
Should be cakewalk for him.
It's going to be about a 49-yarder here. Ben Edelblut, the holder, as always, in the kicks. Tommy's kick is up, and
wow.
No, it is good. Oh, yeah, snuck over. Give me some ducks on that, baby.
All right.
Or I'll take it.
We'll take another 3 points.
Wasn't pretty, but it got through there.
Wow, that was great, man.
It's almost a 49-yarder unofficial.
And he just touched the ball, too. That ball just sailed. It was great.
It's a nice job by Tommy and that offense. The pattern the Birds have established now the 3rd week in a row. They come up, the first couple of possessions, they get big. They're up 14-0 last week. Boulder Creek, they're up 14-7. So now, as we talked about, let's keep that defense fresh, yeah?
That's right. We got to keep that defense fresh, keep them rolling, keep them getting that quarterback. I mean, we've been giving them pretty good views. He's been underthrowing. None of his guys are being open, so, hopefully our defense keeps on it.
Tommy C again, his 3rd kickoff here. This one's a little shorter and still won't be fielded, though. So touchback, 4:32 remaining. I want to give a personal shout out to Danny Ringdahl. Danny, Jack Miller Sr. stopping by the booth earlier and mentioned that you just enjoy all these broadcasts and said very kind things about Joel and myself. We very much appreciate that. And fans, we're very interactive. If you want to post anything, we like to get back to you, give shout outs on the air. But Danny in Florida, thank you so much for your feedback. We appreciate you, buddy.
And I hope Jordan, that's tuning in at home, already went and got some food.
Nice. What's he bringing us, man?
I don't know. He said, let's go Birds from Denver again. Gonna go grab some food for this game.
All right. All right. Eli Sanders, the ball carrier, rumbles for 8 yards. Bring up a 2nd and 2. This is what Mountain Point likes to do, is establish the inside running game and then throw off of that.
Ooh,
nice. Zian Tesler. All over him. Jackson Richards. Also Jace Jorgensen and Oliver Karras. What you got?
And I was going to say, and it's going to bring up another 3rd down.
3rd? 3rd and sure, you're right. 3rd and 2. Did the boys dial up here defensively?
Let's go, fellas.
No pressure this time. Wallerstedt keeps it himself. Wallerstedt spinning out past the 35, but the 36-yard line, so the Pride is able to move the sticks this time.
First down of the game for them.
A Mountain Point, little tempo here, ready to go. Back up to the ball, trying to catch the Birds in their heels. A little hard count there, but the Birds did not jump. Good discipline. Ball at the 46-yard line. As you mentioned, Mountain Point picking up their first down there. Pass is going to be complete. And a little stiff arm action out there. Damon Williamson on Dominic Davis. And that's going to be close to another first down for Mountain Point. See where the spot is on that one. It's close. So he's going to be just shy across the field of the sticks. So hard to tell from this vantage point. They're going to. Nope, they're moving them. So back-to-back first downs here, and Mountain Point, little tempo, trying to answer the Birds' scores.
Yeah, they need to stop them. Nice.
Wallerstedt pulls himself.
Get him. Ooh.
Wallerstedt able to get to the outside. Ashton Liddell. Good job by Ashton.
Yep.
You talked about he's one of those super softs, man. He got the super sophomore class this year.
Yeah, he's got really great IQ, football IQ. He reads the ball really well there, Jay, and he moves quick.
You can tell he's got that football IQ.
Yep.
2nd and 7. And looks like a little jet sweep is going to be run this time. trying to get the outside, but good defensive pursuit. Cam Hightower absolutely sticking with Jathan Washington, stringing that one out as you're supposed to do. You know, pinch him, push him towards the sideline, right? Get teammate to help. Yep.
Containing the outside so he cuts back in. And otherwise, that's his man, and there he is. That's great.
All over.
Defense.
3rd and 3, ball at the Birds 47. Hard count. Looks like got Zian Tessler. That's going to give the Pride a first down. We've seen that one a few times now with a hard snap, and you can hear our mic up ref, which that is a rarity in high school football. Another one of the incredible features that we provide here at Shap Town, as we like to call it. Got the play clocks visible, got mic'd up refs, video streaming games, first class program as we know, buddy. Short gain off the left side this time.
Got live streaming going
Sanders
on.
the ball game, yeah.
You can't go wrong
Got a
with
great
that.
cameraman. Play-by-play announcer is shaky, but we make it happen.
Hey.
It's good stuff, man.
Great
It's
stuff,
good stuff.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
2nd and 8, ball at the 40. Nice sustained drive here by Mountain Point. We approach 1.5 minute remaining in the first quarter. Wallerstedt rolls underneath. Nice tackle.
Yes.
Perfect tackle.
Who's that?
That was Liddell.
Yeah,
Ashton
big
again.
team.
All over
Big
Bashu
hit.
Delco. Man, nice.
Big hit.
That's a perfect tackle right there, huh?
Beautiful, man, beautiful.
Wrapping him up.
You ain't going nowhere.
No, right here, buddy.
That's it, right there.
3rd and 7.
Get your forward progress, because that's all you're going to get.
I like to see him bounce on the turf, man.
All right, we got the crowd in on it today.
Wallerstedt dropping. Lots of time this time. Flushed out, rolls to his right. He is mobile, does fire, and incomplete. Yeah, not complete across the leg. Good job. Braxton Tester, Cam Hightower defensively. What you got?
That was nice. Is that going to bring up a 4th down?
Yeah, 4th down, and it looks like they may, well, maybe not. Looks like the punting unit could be coming on. That is the case.
They don't want to take a chance.
Although, you know, Wallerstedt's dropped back at the 48. He has punted once. He did not punt the other time. Sorry to interrupt you, partner.
No, that's fine.
But, yeah, we'll see. Obviously, quarterback as your punter, you got a big weapon back there.
Yeah. Got to watch out with that fake, too.
Crawford says, get away from this. Wow. Rolls down inside the 5-yard line. So the Birds will take over. Scoreless first quarter so far for that defense, partner, and love to see that, man. 32.6 ticks left here before we flip ends of the field. And off to a great job.
Yeah, definitely.
Says, Joel can barely hear you. See what we got here. We're going to turn up your mic, man.
I don't know.
Let's see what we got going on.
Can barely hear me, or they hear me too much?
That says, Joel can barely hear you. I got a message on my phone. So I can turn up his volume here. Apologize, folks, if we're not quite balanced for you. Let us know if that's better.
So what I was saying, while the defense is off the field, they're down here, looking at the plays, looking at everything. So, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here soon.
All right, Darvon bouncing outside the 10-yard line. Good first down run. What you got, brother?
Look at that. Great time to let everybody know this is what our defense is doing right now. Look at this. They're looking at film. They're going over the situations. They're going over the schemes that we're going to bring to them. They do their job there, Jay. I think they're off. All their offense is going to be off to a pretty bad start.
Good point. 2nd and 4. Miller fires into almost triple coverage for Tommy Christakis. That was a dangerous pass there as one is in the books. And our Birds up by a score 10-0. Yeah, what you're showing there, just to explain to our fans and viewers out there, that's called the Echo System, and designed here with our own TV enclosure by our own Dave Wojciechowski, one of our board members. This is called Sideline Review. It's something that is being used at the high school level and the college level, but not at the pro level, interesting enough. So as you said, the defenses and offenses can look at offensive set. They can look at the tape, see what the tendencies are. they used to use pictures, you know, so up above, but now this is state of the art like everything else we have here. So yeah. Yep.
I mean, I don't think we have the funds for that yet, for everybody to have a tablet, but hey, you know what, this is close enough.
Make the plea in Birdland. People pony up out there. Maybe we can get the Bucks to do it for next year. It's called GoFundMe Joel Sanchez and Birds Football at. There we go. I love it. All right, so after one quarter, our Birds up 10-0, as I mentioned. Very impressive first quarter. Defense in particular is the one that really stood out to me, able to maintain keeping the Mountain Point Ball Club obviously not even close to the field goal range, and offense, little surprise in that one U-Haul or Wildcat play. Nice job. Another touchdown pass by Jack Miller.
What you do for high school football representatives of the Ed Doherty Award.
Oh, okay. I know what that's all about. Public address announcer Matt Clyfield just talked about the Ed Doherty Award, which was a tailgate that was in the east end zone this evening. The Ed Doherty Award is a sportsmanship trophy that's given out to schools, and we've been involved in 2 of those tailgates at Saguaro, and this week obviously with Mountain Point here. So representing that, thank you for what they do for high school football. We got another hanky here. You can hear it there, encroachment on the defense. First he said false start, but then he backtracked. Yeah, he corrected himself.
Is that going to give him a first down?
It's going to be close. I think it's going to be a Birds first down. Yeah, move those sticks, baby.
We'll take it.
Any way we can get it, right?
You know what, a first down from where they started? That's great.
Yeah, ball at the 5 when they started this drive. Darvan. Oh, got ankle tripped on that one.
He just said it's a touchdown.
Slash 2-3 yards on there. You and I also talked about this one off the air. Looking at Darvan's probably going to get 20, 25 carries this week, which so far has worked out well. Good offensive balance of run and pass so far for the Birds.
You got to utilize them as much as you can. When you got a great athlete like that, you know, put him to work. Let him show his skill out there, you know.
2nd and 8 cup for our Birds here. Miller fires. Christakis wide open and dropped the ball.
I tell you, has he caught one ball today?
No. He has not heard footsteps on that one. Jordan Swartz and Lacaria Pleasant Johnson. I told you about that man. I started to tell you about him, and we had to stop earlier. He's got Big 5 offers, and he's narrowed it down to Florida, I think, is his final choice. He is a stud DB, one of the top 3 recruits in Arizona this year. But Tommy should have caught that one, quite frankly, folks. So 3rd and 8.
Is he committed somewhere already, Dre, that you know of?
Not yet.
I know he had a lot of offers.
Right. Little screen underneath, and a little too tall for Darvan.
These guys need to get in sync here.
So misfired on that one. Just led Darvan a little bit too much, so the Birds, excuse me, will have to punt it away. Tommy Christakis, as I mentioned earlier, handles all the Birds' kicking duties. Dropping back deep will be Jatu Gibson, number 2.
Number 81, Christakis in the punt.
You know, Tommy's got the big leg, and the wind's swirling a little bit tonight. A little bit of wind, you know. Right now, not much on the flagpole, but kind of coming around from time to time.
I was standing up on top of the press box, and I gotta say, it was nice and breezy out there.
Yeah?
It was nice, yeah.
Great Firebirds roll here.
There we go. Knock them up as far back as you can here, Birds.
So the 44-yard line is where Mountain Point will set up for this set of downs. Or if you're in a wreck or need a check, make sure you check out Lerner and Rowe. They will fight hard to get you all the money you deserve. They're a long-standing, proud supporter of Chaparral Firebird football. And finally, our last scoreboard sponsor, we're going to give a shout out to Infinity of Scottsdale. Appreciate your major sponsorship this year for Birds football in 2018. Oh, slashing into the defensive secondary this time is McKinney. He's close to a first down. Nice move that time. BT Braxton Tester wrapping him up. You can see how McKinney's got almost 800 yards on the ground. Quick through that A-gap. 2nd and short here. Bird showing blitz again. And off the same hole, In the secondary, Eli Sanders. Sanders lowers his hat.
Sanders, the ball carrier for the Pride.
And into the secondary. 2 big runs in a row here for the Mountain Point Ball Club, chewing up a lot of turf. Ben Edelblut in the safety position, bringing him down. A couple of defensive substitutions here for our Birds. Mason Osborne, number 74, checking in.
Let's go, Birds.
Nice tackle. Oh, fake me out, I'm sorry. Wow. What a nice run by Wallerstedt, the quarterback. Absolutely faked out your announcer. Wallerstedt keeping it down inside the 5. Check that about the 7-yard line, and this tempo is paying off. All on the ground, Joel, and they're pounding right at us. First down at the 8. Little counter play. Good stop there. Zian Tesler bringing down Sanders. Also Jackson Richards.
Stopped by Richards and Tesler.
I'll call a gain of 1 on that one, so 2nd and 7. Mountain Point, as you can see, trying to put their first points of the evening on the board. A lot of tempo in this drive. Nice. Oh, breaking the tackle. Jakeem McKinney. Wow. Ooh, good individual effort on that one. Cam Hightower and Edelblut finally wrestling out of bounds, but you got to give him some tough love on that one, baby. He would not go down, Joel.
No, he needs to go down with that tackle, man. Well, defensively, these guys need to
wrap up.
Wrap them up, keep them down. Yeah.
Quarterback sneak, and Wallerstedt's right there pushing offensive line. And looks like Mountain Point is in at the 9:03. Wallerstedt with a 1-yard quarterback sneak gets the Pride on the board.
Looks like he did all the work here at this offensive play now. You know, this offensive service for he was most of that offense there. He had a couple good, great, quarterback keeps down the middle. Got 20, 30 yards. I mean,
yeah, nice RPO in that one. Like I said, faked me out, and then the quarterback keeper. So the Pride right back in here, 10-6. A little timeout on the turf, which of course gives me an opportunity, Joel, to give a great shout out to another one of our sponsors, which is the Wildflower Bread Company. They're a long-standing, proud supporter of Shap football, and also the meal provider for our weekly Coach's Corner breakfast. This morning, man, we had some yummy egg sandwiches. Whew.
Nice.
I tore it up.
That's good.
On for the PAT is Ben Abercrombie. I was watching this guy warm up. He's got a huge leg, and that one is good. So 10-7, 9:03 mark, partner. As advertised, it's going to be an interesting contest here tonight.
Interesting contest. Like I said, bringing your A game is going to win this game. We got it today here, Jay.
Yeah, good start. Like you said, haven't had turnovers, a couple penalties, but that's to be determined. Not to be determined, to be expected, I should say. So we'll see how the Birds respond here. And, of course, with another commercial break over the air, I'm going to say give some love to the Trich Buonacari Law. They are a new supporter and front inside program cover sponsor. They say, go Birds. I'm looking at the inside cover, man. That is serious, which if you're in the house, make sure you pick up one of these great programs. Or we have one regular season game in 2 weeks to close out the season of Liberty here. Make sure you get your hands on this great program that Sherry Miller and crew has put together for us in 2018. Hubbard standing at his own 2 as Abercrombie could kick away from him towards Crawford. And woo, yeah. Snuck out of bounds right before the piling over there. We'll take it. So the flag flies across the way. I just love that mic'd up ref, dude. That's like big time. Can you think of any other high school game you've heard? I don't know if I can remember one.
They barely even have any announcing.
Thank you.
Get along.
Right?
You know,
a crew like this?
Mic up the refs.
Yeah. And Coach also talked about this morning briefly about the refs. He said this crew had done the 6A state finals a couple of years ago, so really quality officiating crew here. Yeah. Well, the AIA understands the importance of this ball game, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Get all the calls correctly.
Yes. Here comes the Mountain Point defense, and Darvon across the way. Good job, Darvon. Good first down, strong run. 8 or 9, depending on that spot.
Pleasant Johnson.
Pleasant Johnson, I talked about that talented man, defensively credited with the stop. Bring up a second, we'll call it 3. Ball spot at the 42. Darvon running hard all night long here for our boys.
Hey, Danny's finally joining us. What's going on, Danny? From Orlando.
What's up, brother? Tough running this time for the Birds. Trio defenders. Hubbard once again, this time wrapped up by Kenneth Lofton. All over him. Going to be a loss, and that will bring up a 3rd and 6.
All right, we need to get a first down here, Jay.
Yeah, this is the pattern that's happened the last couple of weeks. Don't fall into this little bit of a dry spell here. We're positive thinkers, so first down upcoming, boys.
We need to keep it going, keep it rolling. Get that offense moving. Keep moving the sticks.
Instead, the Pride dropping off sides. Lofton, hard count by Jack. It's going to be 5 yards, so it's coming up a 3rd and 1 now. About the 44. This beautiful second-year field here at Shaptown. Brand new field, track, outstanding facilities. I talk about it every game, man. It's first rate.
Yeah, definitely.
And you also talked about the, we'll get into it a little more with the coaching. You get a son in the program, just the quality coaching at all levels. Coach Ruby, the freshman crew. Obviously, what's happening, and not just because we are homers. We're tied in the program. It's first class.
Exactly. Coach Z leading the JV.
Look at Darvon.
Oh, man.
Darvon breaking into secondary across the way.
Now, here's what's going on. You notice they're not going high on him. They're going for his ankles. That's smart.
Yep.
Because they're not going to run him over.
Absolutely.
So they go down every time. That's probably the 4th, 5th time he's tripped. He's got him tripped over. So these guys are going for the ankles, which,
That's smart.
that is smart.
Yeah,
man,
being
'cause
coached up that way, yeah.
You can't take him down.
That is another Birds first down. Move those sticks. Love it. Ball at the 42.
There we go. Here we go, Jay. Here we go.
Let's get some points back on the board. Looking to strike back here.
It's first down.
Miller, all kinds of time. And Tommy Christakis hangs on to this one. Nice pass.
All right.
Tommy in traffic, but able to move that one close to the first down. Actually looks like it says another first down, so move those sticks.
That's right.
So we'd like to see.
He got his feet wet.
Play does result in another Firebird.
Move him down.
Touchdown.
Ball at the 32. Birds in the move again here, folks.
He broke the ice. Finally, now it's time to get him rolling.
Let's break that ice and fall all the way in, man. Get him wet.
Yeah. That's right.
Jared Williams in the offensive backfield replacing Darvon. Miller fires wisely out of bounds. Good coverage defensively as I see one of the Pride limping across the way. Look at that was Pleasant Johnson. Hope that young man is okay. I hate to see anybody get injured.
It looks like that hurt.
Looks like
Stay in.
he's going to try and gut this one out. So 2nd and 10. 6.5 remaining in the half. Birds up 10-7. Entertaining first half for all of you out in Birds land. Pride looking to come, and they do. And Darvon's going to be smash caked in the backfield for a loss there. About half the defense wrapping him up.
Hubbard, the ball carrier.
It's like leading the way was big number 55, Isaiah Anderson. 6'1", 285-pounder, Joel. Playing that nose guard position. That's a big boy, man. He's a space eater, huh?
300, 270, 290, 285, 245. I mean, those are big boys.
Big man, big boys. 6A football, huh?
Yeah, talk about 6A. This is the future of university level.
Exactly. Looks like Coach Barnes wants to talk it over here on a 3rd and 12. Gonna take a timeout. Excuse me. I want to give a shout out to our board. I do this every game. I'm a proud Chaparral Firebirds board member. And my other fellow board members are Stuart Walks, Dave Wojciechowski, Christian Cervantes, Aaron Meyer, Craig Witten, John Springfield, Diane Treaster, Lisa Greger, our El Presidente, James Jorgensen, Melissa Kelso Lenz, Jennifer Wells Kepke, Shireen Edelblut, and Holly Mercurio. And you've heard me talk about this if you watch these broadcasts. I've been around this 7 years. Most awesome board, engaged, fundraising, doing everything for the boys. They had a little barbecue this past Monday for the upperclassmen, just kind of a around the fire bonding type thing, as hosted at Danny Christakis' house. Just first-class stuff, Joel.
You got to give it up to everybody that puts this together, because these kids are bonding, and that's a big part of football. You become brothers. You're looking out for each other. You got to back each other up, which I really like. How everybody just, it's a team. It's a family. It's awesome. I love the, it's great.
The camaraderie,
The camaraderie is amazing.
Big time.
Tell you, so kudos to them.
All right. Third down, the Birds have a man out there. Christakis pushes off. Woo! He was open. Yeah, he was wide open. Overthrew him, Joel. It was there was some pushing going on there, pushing and shoving, but no hankies.
Some extra beef on that throw.
Yeah, he's got again, not much of a breeze. Well, a little bit of a breeze he's throwing into, so maybe trying to accommodate for that, but
it's a good breeze enough to catch that ball, give it an extra yard or two.
Especially that far down the field, huh? Yeah. All right, so it looks like the Birds are going to possibly punt this one away. Although, check that. Tommy's on. It's going to be a 51-yard field goal into the breeze. Okay. And Tommy's kick is up. And no, just missed it. Plenty of leg into the breeze, just a little bit off to the right.
You know what? They did that in 5 seconds. He went up, got up. If he sets himself up, points, shoots, he'll make it.
Yeah.
That was rushed there, Jake.
I didn't notice the play clock. If they're coming down towards the end of the play clock, possibly?
No.
Could have been.
I think it was. They weren't sure. They took him out at the last seconds. And, the field goal.
And the Birds still have 2 timeouts remaining, so we'll see what they do defensively here. Obviously, up 10-7, 5:40 remaining in the half. Walderstedt pulls himself, and nice tackle. Perfect.
You know what? They adjusted.
That's
a great adjustment right there by the defensive.
Brian Miller.
Defensive coordinator, have him over here watching, the teleprompter there. And, looks like they made some adjustments. I like it.
Yep, Brian Miller. First time we called his name, wrapping him up. Transfer from Saguaro, the senior. Great job defensively. Could be McKinney. And good running room for him. Up close to the first down. Check that again. Fake the play-by-play. Yeah, Wallerstedt again.
Stop by Edelblut.
So Wallerstedt again on the keeper. We talked about how mobile he is, and they're going to move those sticks. They are. First down. Here's the tempo again, which worked well for them last time.
They need to keep an eye on the quarterback.
Yes, I'll put a spy on him. Yeah.
Just track him down. Stay in place. Don't go for the first read. Go for the second read. He's doing a great job reading that defensive end. Look at that.
Sanders, the carrier.
Penalty marker down.
There is a hanky on the field. Hey, you're spot on. He has been spot on as far as his reads. Walderstedt, the quarterback, that is.
Yeah.
When to give, when to take. Yeah.
You gotta, when he's a good quarterback, when he's reading, pulling, or letting it go. I mean, that's
that late, last minute.
That takes a lot of practice, man. It's not easy.
This one's against the Birds. It's gonna be a big one. See what the indication is here. Block below the waist against the defense. That's an unusual call. That's usually an offensive one, but okay. So 15-yarder means that the Mountain Point Ball Club's at the 46-yard line here and looking to possibly tie or go ahead in tonight's game here. Wallerstedt again pulls like you talked about.
I don't know if anybody can hear me out there. If you guys can hear me, let me know. Danny said, Joel, where's the mic, girl? Let me know if you guys can hear me out there.
Hey, we're
checking this out again.
Checking all of our connections. I can hear you, bro.
see what happens.
We apologize, folks. We thought we had everything hardwired. We tested pre-game, so hopefully, Joel, you're coming through there. I'm just, again, double, triple checking. We're all the way in.
It's all right. It's all right.
No, I want to hear you, man. They want to hear you too.
Well, yeah, there you go. Let's see what happens here.
All right, so it's like a 3rd and 10 upcoming. We're working our technical difficulties here. We're all plugged in, man.
Yep.
All right, so 3rd and 10.
Down, Firebird fans, let's hear ya.
Firebird faithful rising to their feet here.
Here we go.
Wallerstedt lots of time, fires. Oh, nice hit. Edelblut absolutely all over Davis. Woo, baby.
Nice. That's a great defensive stop right there, Jay.
Yeah, got to give it up, man. The ball's a little bit high, which kind of hangs out your receiver, but Edelblut absolutely in time, man.
You know what? The key here was they didn't let the quarterback run.
Absolutely.
They ran them the next 2 plays. They ran them. Just stay there. Stay there. Don't move. And he's going to run right into you, and that's exactly what he did there, Joe.
Containment, right?
Yep. They contain him. That's right.
Big time. Devin drops back to his 20 to receive this one. Wallerstedt standing about his 32-yard line. Ooh, nice kick. Wow.
Sure, yeah.
Get in the end zone.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, take that touchback. All right, so 3:48, and Birds will set up shop here, up 10-7. Again, let us know, folks, because we hope that you got a full audio and video coming to you. Obviously, you can see it. You can hear me. I hope you can hear Joel. We'll get some love and some phones as far as what's going on.
Yeah, let us know where you guys are tuning in from. We got quite a bit of viewers out there.
Rock and Protein is a proud sponsor of Chaparral Firebirds as they perfect the way to refuel themselves after practices and competitions. Rock and Protein is a protein milk beverage that starts with real milk and ends with real results. Rock and Protein would like to wish the Firebirds good luck tonight against Mountain Point. Rock and Refuel is a great tasting protein beverage that starts with real milk and ends with real results. 3:48 remaining in the half. Birds up 10-7 at their own 20-yard line. Miller pulls. All kinds of time rolling, and finally launches. Got a man out there, Devin Crawford, as the referee gets run over. Back judge right there. Woo! Wide open again, baby.
No flags? What is going on, guys?
Yeah, wow. Wide open was Devin Crawford. Check that. That was Gibson, number 2, running over the back judge. Got to get out of the middle of the field, brother.
That's right.
So anyway, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
Yeah, it took a shot and didn't quite work out. 2nd and 10 here. Defense not settled, and here they come. Hubbard slides to the ground. Bring up a 3rd and long here. Don't want to see a 3 and out here. I'd like to get some of that clock off at least before, if we don't pick up this first down, because otherwise we're right back on the field with that defense.
Yep.
Leading into halftime. I'd like to go into that halftime lead, partner.
That's always a good goal to have, going with a lead. I wouldn't mind another touchdown, though.
I'll take that. Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, why not?
3rd and 12.
Touchdown.
See if they dial up a screen here. Coach talked about that being an effective play you're going to try and really utilize tonight. Jack drops, launches, has a man wide open, Novell, and Marcus unable to bring that one in. It looked like a catchable ball on your screen. It looked like it was pretty catchable. It looked like it from here. Hayes and Schwartz defensively. Norvell unable to bring that one in, but nice toss, long toss across the field. That shows what Miller's arm strength is all about, folks.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to punt it away, and not much time came off the clock on those 3 downs with all kinds of time left for Mountain Point here in the first half.
Christakos into punt.
Well, let's see if we can back them up now.
Gibson
Okay.
back deep for the Pride.
Christakos punts it away. It could be end over end this time. And he's going to get a favorable Birds bounce, and a flag comes out. We got flags all over here. Let's see what we got. And Tommy hit the turf.
Christakos punt down at the
Hopefully we got a
42
running in the
line.
kicker or roughing the
Penalty
kicker.
marker down.
See what we got. Tommy going to the turf.
He's limping.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I'm sure you had the camera on this action over here. I saw him, the contact, and
I
then
was going with the ball there.
of
Jay.
course, yeah. That's what we get with one stream camera, baby.
Gotta get the good action, man.
So there's a flag to be determined here. What's going on? We got dead ball. Then we have a sideline warning against Shap. No other flag or anything dropped there. Okay. So 2:43 remaining. Mountain Point at the 42-yard line here. Full house backfield shown by Mountain Point. Both Sanders and McKinney. And it's going to be McKinney stretching out at the 46-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Flag flies at the end. Jace Jorgensen right there. That's usually not a good sign for the defense, huh, partner?
No.
Not there. BT also helping wrap him up. Just don't lose it here at the end of the first half, guys. It's been a very clean first half overall.
Yeah, it has. Looks like it's going to be against Birds, man.
Yeah, I think you're right. They are.
Come on, Birds.
Yep.
You
See that?
What is going on here?
So we got offsetting unsportsmanlike. Yeah, the offsetting unsportsmanlike penalties. Probably a lot of this going on. A lot of talk, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know there's talking, man.
Of course.
You know there's talking.
Every play.
Yeah.
2:35 remaining in the half. So after offsetting penalties, ball's going to be at the 46 when it all settles out. 2nd and 6. All right, referee. Write it down. We're ready to go. And 7 refs out there got the field well covered. I see board member Lisa Greger walking by in her pink Fight Cancer shirt. Way to go, Lisa. Way to rock and represent that thing. Again, that full backfield shown by Mountain Point. And here comes the Birds. Into the secondary. Sanders, down to the 40-yard line.
Stop by number 5.
Nice lead blocker out there in front of him. Wide receiver Dominic Davis.
Number 35, Munson.
Alex Munson, first time we called his name defensively for our boys. But here comes, excuse me, Mountain Point. 2:27 now, and looking to score again. Ball to 40, first down.
All right. Come on, guys. Let's stop them here. Let's go.
Lots of pressure. The Wallstead gets
Boom.
smashed, releases nice pressure. Jackson Richards all over Wallstead.
35, Alex Munson.
A-gap blitz that time. Yeah. All right, cool. We're doing a little sound check ourselves. We sound good, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
I can hear us perfectly.
Okay. All right. Sorry, folks, if you're not coming across for some reason, but
Pull up the volume.
right, yeah. Balance your speakers, man. Yeah.
There you go, right?
All right, so 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground again. Sanders, the ball carrier. Sanders and McKinney alternating here. Jack Johnston, first tackle for him tonight. As we go under 2 minutes here, and Mountain Point's ready to roll on 3rd and 4.
Let's go. We need this third down stop right here.
Stop
Jay.
would be good. 2 timeouts still remaining for Mountain Point. We look to change it up. Plenty of time on the play clock with 15 ticks. Look, McKinney cutting back, spinning, fights his way. You can see that small one, man. I know he's pretty small. He's officially listed at, 5'8", 170. Over the 800 yards on the ground mark this year. I know he's starting to finally get some D1 looks. He's so small, but as quick as he is, they're starting to finally look at this young man. Sanders this time, and gashes into the secondary. Lowers his helmet inside the 10-yard line.
We got the running game going again there.
Yeah, definitely.
Get it off this time.
You know, they're working inside, they're working outside, back and forth, so
Working with them.
that offensive line, we talked about that big offensive line starting to really pound on the defenders and knocking on the doors. Mountain Point with a first down and goal to go at the 8. And the Birds want to talk about it here with 1:13 remaining. That will leave them with 1 timeout remaining in the half. So, yeah, again, that big offensive line, you're talking about some of the size of those dudes, man. And adversely, what we run on the defensive side of the ball, let's check them out. See, Jace Jorgensen's running about 6'1", 240. We've got defensive end Oliver Karras, 6'4", 220. Of course, we got Jackson Richards running 6'5", 215 against, you're talking about 265, 270, 285, 280. So yeah, some beef out there, man. And again, Coach talked about that. We just gotta outplay them, not gonna outsize them. It's been a great game, and a lot of ball to be played here at Shaptown.
Yeah, a lot of ball, a lot of offensive mistakes that could have, turned out really good for the Birds. But it's just those little mistakes that are going on. Some of these receivers not catching the ball. Jack's couple of his throws have been overthrown, so they just gotta sink it there and get back in it.
Maybe just settle down a little bit. Could be still a little bit of nerves out there. I think at this far in the game, you think they wouldn't be how much of a factor anymore, but could still be there. All right, first down at the 8, 1:13 remaining in the half.
Let's keep them to 3 points here.
It's gonna be McKinney, and that little man fighting his way down to the 5-yard line. Jakeem. 1 minute exactly. And ball at the 5. And here comes Mountain Point ready to go again. Birds stacking the box defensively, and falling down is McKinney. I actually want to give it, we could probably give Parker Smith.
McKinney, the ball carrier, stop on the 6-yard line.
And loss of 1. And Mountain Point's going to take their last timeout of the half here. See if they dial up on a 3rd and 6. Pita Jungle is a proud new sponsor for the Chaparral Firebirds football players. Always love to get my grub on over there. I'm a hummus man. You into hummus at all, Joel?
I sort of like it. It depends what kind of day it is.
Okay, all right.
Sometimes I'm in the mood, sometimes I'm not.
A lot of protein, man. I get my hummus fix at the Pita Jungles. I work at Scottsdale and Shea, and it's right in my parking lot, man. It's good.
I like the bread though. The bread they give you.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. All right, I want to give some love to Gautier Jewelry. They are another one of our proud sponsors. Be sure to visit the Gautier Jewelry at their beautiful location. You can find them on the corner of Scottsdale Road and Lincoln. So not much time before the halftime intermission. This is the first time dialing in, watching us via stream. We'll be live throughout the halftime. We'll have our mics off, but you'll be able to watch all the halftime festivities through the intermission. Motion this time, Wallerstedt launches one. Has a man out there, and going to be touchdown, Jathan Washington. So Wallerstedt to Washington at the 40.8 mark gives Mountain Point the first lead of the evening. Birds scored the first 10, and Mountain Point looks like they're going to respond to the last 14 of this first half. Abercrombie on for PAT. What you got, brother?
I got to say, man, we got a little trend going here. We start off hard, and we just got to keep it going hard.
Yes, finish strong.
Yeah, we got to finish strong here.
Good, but number 1, Ben.
A few weeks now, we start off hard, 14 points up, 10 points up, and then they just come right back. 14. We need to try to fix that here.
So I wonder, and you do ball, I've been doing ball. Is it the adjustments? Is it just what is it that makes that happen? And we've seen, hopefully the trend will change this week, because the last couple weeks, unfortunately for our boys coming out of halftime, it's not been a good third quarter.
Yeah, you almost got to go in there and just see what the small mistakes are. Most of those are going to be mental mistakes. Sometimes you miss a coverage, sometimes you didn't catch the ball. So we just got to go in there. We got to just tweak it, make sure we're all doing what we're supposed to do your job out there. Give it that extra effort so you can still dominate. So I think they just got to refocus, relax a little. I think that some of these kids are going real quick, but it's just the intensity of the football game today.
Right. Abercrombie set to kick it away. Hubbard standing inside his own 5. It's going to be a short kick. Looks like we'll get offsides here against Mountain Point. Yep, that's the case. Yeah, what you're talking about, a couple drop balls, a couple balls have sailed on Jack. So the plays have been there, just a little bit off in the execution. I'll look up the scoreboard, Joel. We've given up 14 to this high-powered offense. I'm thinking the defense has done its job.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job. Don't get me wrong there, Jay.
Yeah.
But it could also been we could have had 14 more points.
Absolutely. Yeah.
A small little catch. I mean, we could have been up 28-14. We would have been up. But small mistakes that we just need to control and fix. Second quarter will definitely, we'll see what the Birds bring.
Yep. Should be a very entertaining second half. So after the 5 yards is marked off, this time from his 35, the pop-up's going to be, looks like it's going to be misfielded. Oh, Capri Hamilton. We're just talking about mistakes. That young sophomore bounced off his helmet and his pads, my friend, and ooh, that could be a costly one here. Right before the intermission, Capri, I can see him down on the side on his head down. That bounced, man. Tough.
That's a tough one, man. I mean, that's just what I'm saying. It's a small little mistake that can happen. Now, you know, they got the ball at the 32-yard line.
Right.
You know, close enough for a field goal. You know, you got 36 seconds left out in the clock. So
and one timeout also. Yeah.
Yeah, and one timeout. So we got to be very careful with this.
Abercrombie has a very strong leg, as we know, their kicker. So we'll see what Mountain Point does here right before the intermission. First turnover of the game for either side. Technically, it's not considered a turnover. Wallerstedt eludes some pressure. Nice tackle by Osborne. Big Mason all over Wallerstedt. How about that spin move by the quarterback, though, huh?
Wow, he made both those guys miss. Did you see that? They just ran into each other. He made them both miss.
Yeah. Senior leadership again.
Did they just call another? I thought they were out of
No, this is their last one.
Okay, I was going to say, I mean, they've used like 5 timeouts.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe 3, but that's okay.
I know.
So it feels we're trying to keep like on the scoreboard, man.
You know, I mean, first thing in the quarter, what they do, they stop on defense, call timeouts, like, whoa, okay, there's one. They had one down here.
Yep.
Okay, so this is their
It got to be a third one, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I'll let that one be.
All right. So if they get 5 timeouts, I got to talk to who's got to do in their kind of setup, man. Favoritism, 28.3. Birds down 14-10, trying to hold the Mountain Point Ball Club out of the end zone. Hopefully a field goal attempt that is not good here. Again, as I mentioned, it's not a turnover on that actual kickoff. It's just like I said, it's a fumble. What we're talking about is a turnover. Kickoff fumble. Kickoff return fumble, yeah.
Right off. I mean, they were there.
Yeah. All right, so Wallerstedt dropping. Going to be chased. Oliver Karras all over him. Fires across the field. Dangerous ball. And picked off by the Birds. Looks like Damon Williamson. The 20, the 30. Got some blockers. The 40 into Mountain Point territory. Great run after interception there. Nice job by our Birds.
Hey,
so with 11.8. Yeah. I was going to say, the way it went last week, I was going to say a sideline route, but they may not stop the clock. We got different officials. Yeah. We got one timeout, so we can take a couple shots maybe here.
Yeah, and I do want to apologize to everybody out there. My little overlay with the timer just froze up on me. I do apologize. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties, but you're hearing us live. We got 11 seconds up.
Actually, out of bounds was Williamson, so ball spot at the 45. But again, Tommy and company, Marcus Novell, Tommy Gustakas, Devin Crawford, certainly can get a couple of shots right here. And I'm sure they will. Jack drops, being flushed, all kinds of pressure underneath, and throws a one that Narvell tried to feel like a shortstop, but didn't happen. 2nd and 4.
All right, what do you think, Joy? Should they go for a big ball or just take it into the locker room?
I'm gonna go for it. I'm aggressive. I'm actually gonna run an out route, see if I can get down about inside the 30 or something like that, and give Tommy a shot. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's a great idea.
I'm not gonna try and go to the end zone here, but so I think they're gonna have too high safety or something like that. Prevent, right? Give that up. There's 7.4 remaining.
How about a screenplay with 4 blockers in front of you?
I'd love it, man. Take some dudes down, man.
There we go.
Looking towards Christakis is Miller, and Jack just throws it away. 2.4, so now they got to give the shot in the end zone. I'm just going to give it the Hail Mary attempt here and see what happens. I got all my boys in a go route, right? Fly, go, launch it. Yep.
Let's see that arm.
Now, you know, of course, we'll look at the defenders for Mountain Point, see if we can get a shot at how far back they are, how many they got at the 35-yard line.
You got the midsection, you got back.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, what, 7 defenders,
Yeah.
20 yards from the ball and further. So, smart defensive call.
Yeah. Should be interesting. See what they go for.
Going to go underneath to Devin Crawford. Going to try to get some running and blockers. Craig McFarland down there, Big Mac, as time expires in the first half. So after one entertaining half, our score, Birds down 14-10 to the Mountain Point Pride. Jay and Joel saying, we'll be back with you in about 20 minutes.
Big round of applause for the Chaparral Pond Line.
Fingers crossed.
Could I have your attention, please? We had someone turning looks like a Samsung phone here to the press box.
Jay and Joel, halftime here with you at Shaptown, where our Birds trail by a score of 14-10. Partner and entertaining first half. Birds coming out with the first 10 points, then the last 14 by the Mountain Point Ball Club. Your thoughts on the first half overall?
I got to tell you here, Jay, that offensively we started off pretty strong, went down, scored. Second offensive quarter we had a field goal, and that's all the offensive we've had today. A lot of missed catches, a lot of overthrown balls, small mistakes, which is totally adjustable at halftime. So defensive-wise, like you said earlier, 14 points is actually it's good.
Yeah.
After seeing the stats, what they're putting up on other teams, 14 points is actually a great number to be at halftime.
Yep, and I'm sure Coach Barnes and defensive coordinator Mark Nolan has rallied the boys at halftime. We both did notice that starting quarterback Jack Miller has a knee brace on. I was talking to his dad at halftime down here, Joel, and he said, of course, he ISOs in on his son, who doesn't, right, when they're playing.
Of course.
He said there was a run Jack had, and he was squirming, and a couple defenders sandwiched him as he was twisting. So just watching him warm up down here, and he's trying to run it off. You can see jog it off right in front of us. The bench. He appears to be okay. He's still stepping into his throws, but certainly want to keep an eye on Jack. Hope he is okay. Darvon Hubbard started that first quarter. We talked about toting the ball very effectively, but they really bottled him up in the second quarter as that defense led by former head coach OC, or DC, I should say, here at Chaparral made some nice adjustments. Now it's time for us to adjust and
That's
come
right.
back here. Yep.
That's right. They need small adjustments and make sure that those offensive receivers make those plays.
Yeah, too many drop balls, folks. So 14-10, and this week is really a kind of a make or break, partner. That's the way I look at this season. Next week we've got the ESPN game, so we will not be streaming this game as you know it, although Joe Allen, I think we may try a little pirate actually. We may try to do some stuff in the stands, because there's not going to be enough room for us, quite frankly. ESPN's going to be doing the game, but we're going to try to see if we can't do something, work it out. So we're going to try to be out there for those of you who want to watch that in streaming. Hope you do. And then the final game of the season is going to be senior night against Liberty, and those two battling it out this week for first place in the division. And I heard at halftime Liberty's up by a score of 20-7. So my point about this week's game, yeah, exactly.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, Liberty taking them down, man. So Birds have got a couple of opponents that are pretty tough. The next couple weeks have got to win this game, and then hopefully pop one of the two at least coming up, brother.
That's right, man. We got two tough teams coming up. I think defensive-wise, we got a really great defensive group of kids out here defending the ball. So hopefully we can keep it up there.
All right, time for that offense to get in gear here. We'll get the ball, as you can see. To start the second half, Abercrombie set to kick to Hubbard deep. Capri Hamilton and Crawford, you're up, man. Checking the flags, nothing going on right now as the Mountain Point Ball Club will be going west to east, or left to right, or right to left, I should say, in your screen.
All right, here we go.
Going to be a short kick and towards Capri Hamilton. Capri drops another one, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh, what's going on with that?
That young man's nerves might be getting the best of him there. Up the 26-yard line. I know the old saying, you fall off a horse, you want to get right back on the horse, so the coaches want to get him back in there. But two in a row, thank goodness it didn't turn that one over, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, good thing he fell right on top of that one, got right in front of him. Went and got that ball there, Jay.
Yes. I mean, you can see him down in front of us. He feels absolutely terrible. Doesn't matter. No harm, no foul. So Birds will line up here. Down 14-10, first set of possessions in the second half.
And folks, you guys watching out there, the scoreboard, I might have a little bit of difficulty, so I'm going to leave it out. But we'll keep you guys updated on the score, time. We got the full intel from here.
Got it. And as always, love to give the shout out to our headline sponsor, Jimmy John's. Right, we are coming to you from the Jimmy John's press box. They say, freak yeah! They're incredibly proud to support Chaparral football as the official press box sponsor. Go Birds!
Thank you, Jimmy John's.
Amen. So 2nd and 8 upcoming. Flags fly. It's like a little bit of movement. Yeah, a lot of movement. Saw that too. Could be a dead ball. Yep, happy feet, a.k.a. false start in high school football, moving back 5. So we'll bring up a 2nd and 13 now. as the stairs to the upstairs press box close behind us.
That scared me, man. Whoa.
Thought the earthquake was coming, huh?
Gunshots.
The Mountain Point coaching staff is up on the roof. Underneath, Miller finds Darvon, and a couple of Point defenders wrestling him down there. Chunka Hodge leading the way defensively for Mountain Point. Also, Jordan Schwartz, number 4, assisting. Chunko is one of the featured athletes talked about prior to the snap, and 6'2", 225-pound junior linebacker. He is a chunka, all right. Chunk of man out there. All right, 3rd and 13.
Let's go, Birds. Get this first down right now.
A bit of a low snap, but Jack steps into it. Has a man, Jack Helston. Nice ball. That was a perfect ball. Woo, shank defensively for Mountain Point. I mean, that was a laser right there, right? That was
right on there.
Yep.
That's just another missed opportunity for that receiver, you know.
If you don't mind sharing with our viewers, you talked before about seeing the ball, and talk about that quickly while we punt this away. Christakis is going to punt it away as Gibson's going to step back.
You know, Jack likes to put it in what I call the triangle. For receivers, you tell them, hey, put up the triangle, let me hit that triangle right in the middle. That's a great pass, great throw. You get it in there, catch it with your arms, don't catch it with your chest. That won't bounce out like you saw that ball bounce out of his hands there, Jay.
See it all the way in that triangle, right?
That's right, exactly. See it in first, see it in, tuck, and go. You know, you see a lot of these pro football players nowadays, they like to grab one-handers and, you know, just have it freely, and then, of course, the ball pops out every time.
And like a loaf of bread, man. Bauer and Liddell down there wrapping up Gibson on that punt return as senior quarterback, the shifty one, Nick Wallerstedt, at the helm once again for Mountain Point out of the break. And the inside running game, which worked very effectively in the second quarter for them. Alternating backs of Sanders and McKinney. Zian Tesler slamming him to the turf. That was Sanders, 6', 175-pound sophomore, alternating with the leading rusher, as I mentioned earlier, Jakim McKinney. Mountain Point, I can see their strategy now. They're in no hurry offensively. Don't want to get that ball back to the Birds offensively, so you can try and really establish a running game in the second half here. Wallerstedt looked like a busted play that time. Looked like Sanders went the wrong way. So Oliver Karras and Braxton Teller meeting in. What you got?
Miscommunication by the offensive crew there.
Yeah.
One went one way, the other guy went the other way. He looked around, and next thing you know, he was getting sacked.
Jace Jorgensen replaced by Jared Williams in the middle defensively. Bring up a 3rd and 12.
Right, let's go, Birds.
Defensively, you can tell they're looking for an option read or something here. And actually, quarterback design run, not even a draw. As long as there's no horse tackle, or horse call on that one. Pretty high. Oliver Karras wrestled him down to Wallerstedt. You saw that possibly up high too, huh?
Yeah, I was waiting for that flag to fly, but, you know, we got a great set of referees out here. They're definitely calling a good game.
Yeah, I agree. Wallerstedt is 25, sent a punt away to Crawford. So a nice defensive set of downs for our boys right out of the locker room. Get that kick.
Great stop. And we talk about it all the time, Jay. Get that defense, fresh.
Devin looking for running room. It was a hanky flies. The 40 bounces at about the 47. That's going to go against the Birds.
Forced out of bounds by Shane. Penalty marker down.
I see Jace Jorgensen talking to the umpire there. Trying to see what the read was all about. Looks like it may come back 15 off of that. That's a spot foul, though, in high school football, if I'm correct, Joel, right?
Yeah, it's spot foul.
Yep. So Birds, once again here, need to get it going, trailing 14-10.
Holding, offense, number 10.
Ben Edelblut, the defender, unfortunately for our Birds. Going to spot that back to the 32-yard line. 8:29, like you said, don't have the clock and the score up there. Our Birds trailing 14-10 here in the third quarter.
All you Wildcats fans interested in the score against Utah, don't look at your phones.
Oh, I was going to try and pass on the Utah-Arizona score. Right? Matt Clyfield, one of our public address announcers, gave us a teaser. I didn't hear it. I'll get into that in a minute. Here's Miller on first down, drops, fires, has a man out there. Lots of air. Oh, well defended. That was a good defensive play. I got to give a shout to Gibson.
He was holding on to one of his arms, but it looks like they were playing arm tackle there. They're just, you know.
Could you see that on the monitor? Okay,
oh,
yeah.
I had it on here.
Okay.
Everybody can see it, right? I hope.
I can, from my vantage point, you get a little more of a focus. They're step and step, so some jostling going around out there, huh?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
there's some arm wrestling there.
All right. I guess the referees said no harm, no foul. Both trying to go for the ball, so 2nd and 10. Here comes the Mountain Point defense. Miller steps up underneath as Christakis.
There we go.
Tommy, good running room. Inside the 45, the 43-yard line. Forced out of bounds by Harrison. What you got?
He ran across the field. It was a nice little setback throw. Right in the middle of the field, like you said. You got half the guys inside, you got half the guys out. You go in the middle of the field. That was a successful, nice little pass there by Jack.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many underneath of those. We talked about that early on.
Yeah,
they've gotten away from that.
We're going for the big throws. We need to just keep it, small, 5, 10 yards at a time.
Dink and dunk will work for Joe Montana, the West Coast offense.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing going for Darvon Hubbard this time. That time, I should say, and bring up a 2nd and 10.
We're looking for 7 points this time here, Jay.
Yeah, let's get the lead once again.
Yeah. I believe we were talking right before, right after half. They have not been down at halftime all year, have they?
Yeah, I heard that. I was trying to think back. I don't remember any time trailing at half. Miller this time fires, has wide open triple coverage though. Tommy C hauls it in.
Oh.
Give me some knucks on that, baby.
There you go. How about that?
What a perfect ball from Jack Miller and Tommy Christakis into triple coverage. We got a Pride player on the ground, unfortunately. Hope he's okay.
All right, looks like
we got some flags, don't we? Holding, a defensive holding. Good. But what? It's into triple coverage, folks. But Big Tommy is 6'4" frame, able to go up and get that one.
Definitely got that in double coverage, like you said there, Jay. Went up there, high pointed that ball, came down with it. We're that much closer to 7 points.
Amen. Sometimes you just got to put up there for your athletes to make the play.
That's right.
And that was double coverage, but Tommy able to come through as he's done so often. That junior who's getting all kinds of offers as a receiver and also as a kicker, as we know.
Yeah.
I know that Notre Dame's interested in him, U of A, ASU, California. So I'm going to give a commercial shout-out, as I like to do, of course. I want to say thank you so much to the W.M. Grace Company. Once again, a proud supporter of Chaparral Firebird football. And as I like to do in the second half, I go through this outstanding program and get some deep reads, I like to call them, like the thumb, not just your average gas station. They're at 9393 East Bell Road. They've got some fuel, barbecue, get your car washed. I know they got great pastries, beverages, and packages. Check them out at 9393 East Bell.
I was there one time, maybe a few weeks ago, and they got a nice little chess set in the waiting area. You can sit there and play chess.
That's cool.
Big old chess plate, just, and then right next to it, there's a big old tic-tac-toe with these big,
Jumboas, yeah.
Big old tic-tac-toe. It's pretty neat.
So if you're playing a game of chess, man, I'll tell you what, you'll be able to get a lot of stuff for your car, man.
Yeah, right?
No running room for the Birds on that one, so knock back 2nd and 10.
Yep.
Play clock winding down here. Need to get this punch to the end zone, like you said, and take the lead. Here comes the defense. Miller fires. Quick slant. Touchdown, Marcus Norvell.
Yes.
Touchdown, Birds.
Double coverage. Nice little quick slant. Right in the money, man. Right in the money there, Jay.
Miller to Marcus Norvell. Second time they've hooked up tonight.
Great job.
They've been the TD twins so far. Miller's second touchdown pass, and Norvell from the 10-yard line puts the Birds in the lead, 16-14. Defensively, a lot of A-gap pressure, and that skinny post pays off and into pay dirt for our Birds.
There we go. That's the way to get out of the half there, Jay.
Yeah, nice little high snap. Ben Edelblut corrals that one, and Tommy able to bring it down. Good job by both those guys. And I can throw your timing off, but Tommy was able to get that one in there.
Hey, you know what? Just get it set up quickly.
We know he's got that quick trigger, man. Make it happen.
Yeah, he's making it happen, man.
So 17-14, Birds go ahead. Love to see that. So I started to talk about the U of A thing with Utah earlier. Clyfield, one of the public address announcers, he went to U of A. A couple of sons went down there. I'm a big ASU guy. My son went to ASU. The bank I work for, with official bank of ASU. So every week, man, yeah, it's back and forth. U of A, yeah, got to rock that. Yeah, I love it. Sparky.
Hey, man, you know, it's football. It's football rivalry. You know, if you're from one place, you hate the other place, you know?
I'm with you, man.
Well, not hate, but, you know, football hate. As in, you're my enemy. If you're not with me, you're against me. So
get out of my life.
That's right.
I don't want to see you anymore, man. I'm with you.
I don't know if we go that deep, but, you know,
I'm with you.
At the end of the day, football season's away. We're still going to go, you know, have some dinner together. And
Half the end of football season. So low line drive is going to be fielded. First of Tommy's kicks fielded tonight. Interesting strategy here. And Sanders up to about the 26-yard line. Every other kick, I should say, have been driven through the end zone, but that one was not. So up to the 26-yard line. Again, our Birds up 17-14, 6:51 remaining in the third. In that defense, quite frankly, it's had a great ball game tonight. Being tested again. We'll see. Will Mountain Point go back to that smash kick running the ball? I think they will.
We're going to see right here,
yep.
Jay.
See, it's McKinney, Sanders, and Wallerstedt keeping the ball on the ground.
Let's see what they do. It's coming up.
Sanders looking for some running room, cuts back past the 30. Nice 7-8 yard gain there. Good job cutting back. Zian Tesler and also Brian Miller helping him out. Brian, again, the transfer from Saguaro. Ball at the 35 now. 6:30 remaining in this actually rapidly played game. And Mountain Point faced with a second and short. Into the secondary, look out, McKinney. He's got sprinter speed. You can see it inside the 40. Breaks another tackle. And little man down to the 32-yard line. Jakim absolutely refusing to go down. And wow, that quickly down to the 31-yard line. So back-to-back runs. And looks like Mountain Point's going to play tempo here, Joel. Ready to go. Line up, catch the Birds defensively on their heels.
You know, there was one small missed tackle at the beginning there and led to that huge run there. Could have turned it either way. If he would have made the tackle, he would have been down. Would have been fourth down, but guess what? Small mistakes.
We keep talking execution. Amen. Exactly. Sanders switching backs inside the 25, keeping those two guys fresh. Gash is off the right side for about 7-yard lines. 7 yard lines? 7 yards, folks. Sorry about that. You see Jace Jorgensen limping a little bit there in the middle of your screen. And going to have a nice holding call against Mountain Point, which will take all of those all night long. Bring that one back to the 40-yard line. You know, just looking at how much is coming across on the screen, but just the size difference when the boys up front stand up. See if we can catch that next time. Here come the Birds. Wallerstedt's going to be flushed, and nice.
Woo! There you go.
Good defensive pressure.
That's it.
BT and JJ, baby. Braxton and Jace all over him, yeah. Nice. See if you get a shot here. I mean, just the size, again, of the crew up line for to line it up. You can just see them right now, man. It's just, and so that's, again, props to our defense. I'm saying they're manning up. They're standing up.
They're definitely standing up against these guys. Look at the size difference.
The height, the weight, it's just good job defense. All right, make that second 23 here. McKinney, Wallerstedt pulls himself. The slippery one down inside the 40. You talked about his readability earlier.
Yeah.
Down about the 36.
He read him real good. They bit, and guess what? He pulled and he ran.
Yep.
That's that, great quarterback mentality right there.
Yep. Got a whistle referee's timeout in the field. Check this out. Got some fresh defenders in there for our Birds. 4:47 now remaining in the third. Chap up 17-14 here in a great, closely contested ball game. Referee says wind them, and we're ready to play. Full house backfield again.
They're down.
Wallerstedt design quarterback run, and he's going to be short about 4 or 5 yards depending on the spot. Bring up a 4th down and very manageable play here, and the Mountain Point's ready to go. You got to get the boys off the field. Got to get off the field for the snap. They did.
Oh, man, that was close.
Yeah, it was close. 4th and 5 officially here. Ball at the 28. Still plenty of time on the play clock with 15 ticks. Wallerstedt gives. McKinney, dang it, got the first down. And the helmet flies off the end of that play, but McKinney has many flags fly. See Ben Edelblut flying out of there, some kind of contact or words or both. It's not good to see that happen.
Did you see that? Looked like it was raining flags.
Big time, man.
It's raining flags. Hallelujah, it's raining flags. Hopefully against the
Not
offense,
men,
though.
brother, not raining men.
Not
Not raining men.
flags here. Hopefully against the offense. Looks like somebody's helmet was off.
Yep. Might have been a little language again. Who knows? And McKinney, nice run. Got to give it that man again, unfortunately.
They're going to bring him back.
Jakim powering down there for what right now is a first down for the Mountain Point Ball Club. 3:54 in the third. And Mountain Point trying to tie or go back in front again here.
They look like they're going to get the call. They look happy out there.
Yeah.
Pointing over as in first down.
Yep.
So if there is a penalty against each team, is it offset and they redo the play?
See what he says here. Personal foul. Personal foul on offense, Mountain Point. Unless he messed up.
Repeat the down. Looks like we're going to repeat the down.
I think we have another foul coming. Yeah, another penalty. Personal foul.
Punching, fighting with an ejection, number 10 block.
So Ben Edelblut has been kicked out of the game for Chaparral for fighting. So that's a huge loss for the Birds. So that's going to be marched back the other way, which is 15. So 10 back, 15 forward, and Edelblut's ejected for fighting at the 3:54 mark. So that's going to change things a lot defensively. I wonder what Ben came screaming out of that whole pile of players, what was going on there. So anyway, it's a tough one.
You don't do that. You don't do that. That's not playing football, man.
Yeah,
I know it's an aggressive sport, but you still have to be a good sportsmanship. Still have to, help them out. I mean,
can't lose your head.
No, you can't lose your head, man. I mean, you just got to be the bigger person. That's all.
Yep.
Be the bigger person.
Take it out through aggressiveness by hitting somebody.
That's right.
Yep.
Man. Next play.
Yep. Pop somebody. I'm with you.
I'm gonna get you.
Yep. So after all that settles down, the scoreboard doesn't have it right. The ball looks like it's about the 12-yard line. First down for Mountain Point. After Edelblut's ejected, penalties on both sides.
Now, that's a big loss for the Firebirds defense here.
Yeah, I saw Alex Monson checking in defensively. Yeah, it is a big loss. Ben's been both a player and kind of a spiritual motivational leader all season long, though.
Yeah, he's a great leader out there.
For a junior, he's had a great season.
Yeah.
Coach Barnes wants an explanation. Yeah, he's a junior, so get to have him back next year. And speaking of next year, only one game remaining here at Shaptown as a definite possibility in 2 weeks against Liberty. The Lions don't want to miss that one, folks. Senior night. Again, we go on the road next week to take on Spencer Rattling and company at Pinnacle. It's an ESPN game before our final season finale here. And earlier, again, Liberty was up at halftime over Pinnacle. The three of us trying to see the top three positions in the district and region. So we'll see how it all sorts out.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fun, though, man. We played 7 ball games. We're coming down this part of the season. We're in the playoff hunt. We're in the conference championship hunt.
We're in it all, man. We're in it all.
Yeah.
We'll see how much these kids want it. If they really want it, they're going to go out there and execute this third and fourth quarter. Right now, offensively, they have one big play, and look where we're at now.
Yep.
So they're backed up on their own 11-yard line right now. And I was going to tell you, Jay, I'm excited for this week.
Going to Pinnacle?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So our freshman team, they're undefeated. So
I thought they were
we're
6
gonna
and
go
1.
down there. No, they're undefeated.
Are they? Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. All right.
No,
okay.
no, it's fine.
Yeah.
7-0.
Nice.
6
Nice.
and 1 going down there. We're gonna go show them what the Firebird football is all about.
Oh, their freshman team's
The
undefeated.
freshman team's
Oh,
undefeated.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, not,
Good. No, yeah,
not
cool.
varsity. Freshman.
You got you. Yeah,
Freshman team's undefeated.
Uh-huh.
You know, so this should be pretty interesting.
No kidding.
They actually lost their star running back last week, broke his collarbone.
Oof.
Yeah, so, you know, that's a pretty big loss, but I hear they have a secondary guy that's, you know, just a beast, 220 pounds.
As a
Little
freshman?
guy, Freshman.
That's
Just,
big time.
You know, yeah, I mean, they're just big old thick kid. I know because I coached them for the 12U All-Stars. They went out to Florida. That's when my son was playing with the 12U All-Stars as well.
Mm-hmm.
And his dad was also one of our defensive coordinators. So
Nice.
it's definitely going to be a good game next week. So
Looking forward to all 3 levels next week. Quality
right.
opponent again. So the referees will get this sorted out sometime tonight here.
yeah.
They already marked one off against a penalty against Mountain Point, and then marked the penalty off against us. And Edelblut was ejected, but still trying to sort something out. Not quite what. Coach Barnes is standing at the 20-yard line. I don't know if he's on your screen or not. Just standing next to a couple of the officials while the referee is talking across the. I don't know. It's trying to figure it out. Okay, going to move the spot.
Gautier Jewelry is proud to be a sponsor.
So they come back 5 more yards. So it looks like they had penalized the Birds 5 yards too far.
18-yard line.
So there you go. He's saying offsetting penalties, which is the right call.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You said it for him.
They should have repeated the down.
Uh-huh.
They should have brought him back.
Yep. Although we do lose
They
Ben,
give
so
him- yeah,
yep,
They did. Yeah, they still gave him the first down.
they got it right. Sanders off the right side, stepping, bounces down inside the 10.
Sanders, the ball carrier, stopped by Hightower.
Cam Hightower defensively, and looks like that's going to move the sticks for Mountain Point as they're going to come up with a 1st and goal to go here, looking to regain the lead here in the third quarter, trailing 17-14 with ball at the, looks like the 6-yard line.
I'm going to tell you, Jay, they've been bringing it down just, all running plays.
Yep.
Running plays all day.
If it's working, man, why change it, right?
Yeah.
Looks like our defense wants to talk about it here. So Coach Barnes and defensive coordinator Mark Nolan want to talk this one over. Ball's being moved inside the 5 to the 3. Was there a penalty there?
Looks like there was another flag out.
I didn't see that, Hanky. What we got? Dead ball.
35 flat.
Okay. Monson in the neutral zone. So it's halfway.
Little mistakes there, Jay. Little mistakes that's just backing us up.
Yeah. First down at the 6. Wallerstedt gives. McKinney looking and into the end zone.
Touchdown by number 33.
McKinney at the 3:17 mark. And once again, Mountain Point jumps ahead. Good ball game, back and forth. 6-yard run for Jakim. As again, I'm our unofficial statistician. We can do that. So time for our boys to answer. Again, Abercrombie, I'm sorry?
They need to go out and get another 7 after this year, Jay.
Yeah, kind of a seesaw battle here. They got to keep answering. High snap, going to be, almost blocked. I thought Karras, he was right there. Oliver missed that one. Woo!
He was right there.
He jumped almost
Did it
past that
jump
one.
and Did it go right behind him?
I think so.
Wow.
Chaparral 17.
That'd be a nice replay if we had one, but
Yeah, right.
we don't. So 21-17 as 3:17 remains in the third. And I'll give it up to Scottsdale's original rib house. That, of course, is Handlebar J's, established in 1967. Stop by for some barbecue, ribs, steaks, burgers, and more. Live music. The Herndon family invites you where Western hospitality is always a tradition. It's 7116 East Becker Lane. It's literally a stone's throw away from Chaparral. Love Handlebar J's. So Abercrombie will tee it up. And curious to see if Capri Hamilton's out there. He is.
There he is.
All right. They've changed sides, I notice. They now have Devin Crawford in that side. His Capri just got replaced.
Just take him out.
Yep, Jared Williams near side. Honestly, in a crucial ball game like this, you fumbled a couple, you got to do that, man. Yeah.
Sometimes you got to earn that spot.
Yes, sir. Once again, the short kick, and Williams is going to field it. Jared, the burner speed, the 30 to 35-yard line.
Number 11, Jared
So
Williams
nice
on return.
field position for our Birds, trailing here.
Number 23.
And you said, buddy, got to get that offense cranked up again and make it happen.
Let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. Jack, go out there and do your thing, man. Go out there and do your thing. Look at your receivers, get it right in their hands, and let's get it going. Let's get this offensive crew going.
Looks to me like the defense, based upon what Connors is really keying on trying to stop Darvon, and they've done that. You know, they're going to give him 3-4, but trying to really stack the box and not let him bounce the outside. He did that early. Hasn't done much since then, which has forced Shap to go to the air more.
Yep.
Thank goodness for Miller to Christakos that last touchdown. And then Norvell able to get it in the end zone. Let me see here. I got my phone blowing up. What's this? Oh, yeah. Can we give a shout out to Infinity? Yeah, we already have, but I'll give another shout out to Infinity El Presidente. Yeah, one of our headline scoreboard sponsors is Infinity of Scottsdale. Lit up, as you can see, right above our play clock. If you're in Shaptown, we always give a couple of shout outs to all of our sponsors. Appreciate what you guys do. Couldn't do it without you guys. So you guys respond, man. You said it's going on? Yeah. So first down at the 35-yard line. Birds need to answer again. Very interesting ball game here tonight. And just talked about it, Darvon smashing his way to maybe 3. And I also talked about this earlier. Coach said you're going to keep running him because he can break one at any time.
Yeah, just need that one guy to miss that tackle and he'll be gone.
All right, 2nd and 8. Jack sets, fires underneath, too hot to handle. Intended for Norvell. That one falls to turf. They'll bring up a 3rd and 8. See, my phone's blowing up. Looks like yours is too, buddy. Trying to see what's going on up there. Yeah, okay. So ball at the 37-yard line. 2:37 remaining in the third, and the Birds faced with a 3rd and 8. Last thing you want to do is have a 3 and out right now. Yeah. Get the ball back to that hot offense of Mountain Point.
That's right.
Miller sets, fires, has a man. Pass going to be caught. Nice catch. Excuse me. Marcus Novell having the big night one more time from Jack Miller. So move the sticks for the Birds. First down, man. Good to hear that, brother. Let's keep them going.
That's right.
Yeah, Devin Crawford, does he have any catches tonight? Maybe one.
Devin Crawford. I haven't heard that name too much today.
No, I know that he missed some of last week's ball game, had a little bit of a leg issue. They could be him just as a decoy this year, or this week, I should say.
Yeah.
Darvon getting up the middle, a couple yards, tough running down the 45-yard line.
For the Firebirds. Number 16.
2 minutes exactly now remaining in the third. Birds, nice little drive here. See, we're at the 45s. This would be a 50. It's about a 63-yarder from there. Too far for Tommy. So need to get about another 15 before we think of a field goal attempt. Let's put it in the end zone, man. Forget the field goal.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We need 7, not 3.
Miller fires. Has Tommy right there.
Whoa.
Nice catch.
Beautiful catch.
Woo!
Beautiful catch. That's
Yeah.
that signature move right there. Jack.
Amen.
That's a signature move right there. Crossing across the middle, right in the middle. 15 yards down. First down.
Another Firebirds first down. Move the sticks.
That's right.
29-yard line. Nice pitch and catch. Miller Kostakis on that one. Tommy laying out and diving. Needed that 6'4" frame right there. Miller again launches, has Devin Crawford, who we talked about, but ooh, that was very well defended. It could have been picked off, but was not. hazed defensively. I know they're going for the corner post there, but that one was.
That was up there.
That was up there, man. Very pickable. It did not get picked, so no harm, no foul. Ball at the 29. 1:14 now remaining in the third quarter. Miller surveying the defense. Hubbard's going to be wrapped up, breaks a couple tackles, but can't elude the 3 other defenders right there. Good defensive penetration. Diamante Landrum, the first to arrive on the scene, and then Ressi Shank wrapping him up, bring up a third down, and looks like about 12. May get one more play here in the third quarter. Definitely in field goal range here. I'd like to see them pick up the first down, obviously, at least get a couple more yards for Tommy. They're going to have to go for the field goal.
For everybody out there watching, there's about 35 seconds left here on the third quarter.
Tommy Christakis wide open,
Wow.
but misfired by Jack. Wow.
Did you see that hit?
I love the hit by Tommy, knocking down Jordan Schwartz, the DB. Made him pay for coming across there.
Yeah, he's coming hard, man, like after the fact.
It took him down, so 4th down and 12. Ball at the 31, 15. Yeah, it'd be like about a 56-yarder. I think that'd be too far probably for Tommy. Going to go for it, 4th and 12. Coach Barnes known for this, to go for it on 4th, empty. And they're going to burn a timeout defensively.
Yeah, they were ready for that one.
Exactly.
Readjust.
Yep, the Birds showing 5 wideouts on that one. And so Mountain Point takes a timeout. Chick-fil-A, Paradise Valley at Tatum and Cactus, proudly supports Firebirds football. Cater your next gathering with us, or be like Jay and Joel and have one during the ball game, man.
That's right.
Chad, you know I like Chick-fil-A. I like pickles with my chicken.
What's this right here?
Got some Portillo's chocolate fudge cake. That's got your name on. They always hook us up too.
Nice.
It's outstanding.
I got some cake today.
I got some cake right here sitting, unfortunately. Too much of that. All right, so 32.8 remaining in the third, and it's a good ball game, folks. If you're in the house, I know a lot of you are. I know we're streaming this in the VIP lounge. Glad to have you guys, as always, down in there. And the VIP lounge is something that our silver level boosters are entitled to. Jenny Jorgensen puts that on down there. She's our hostess with the mostest. And got all kinds of great food and beverage, air conditioning, which you don't need tonight. Got the TV, watching the ball game. You can relax. Just a great, another benefit for being in the Boosters Club here at Shaptown.
Here we go. Let's go, Phyllis.
4th and 12. Big down. Miller fires. Has Tommy again. Too tall. Wide open. Wide open.
Oh, my gosh.
Well designed, well called, and unfortunately, Jack slaps his own helmet. He misfired on that one. There was a couple of routes there where Jack misfired on Tommy. Yeah, that we talked about all night long. The belly of that interior, man, it's been open. Yep, and just didn't make that one happen. So the ball goes over on downs, unfortunately. Now it's time for that defense to stop Mountain Point, stop that running game.
All right, see what they can do now. 3 and out is what they need here, Jay. 3 and out.
That or a turnover, man.
In the third quarter.
No turnovers other than that one fumble on the kickoff.
Yeah.
Sanders, nice. BTZT, baby. Get on a T-bone right there, man.
That's right.
Sandwich all over him.
You know, one drill that when I was a coach, I used to have them do is strip that ball.
Yeah.
You know, you're holding them, just go for the ball. Strip the ball. Sometimes, you know, we had a lot of stripped balls in our year.
Did you teach him to punch it, or how did you teach to
Just go in and
grab it? Grab it. All right. Good. So that's the end of 3 here at Shaptown. Our Birds trail Mountain Point by a score 21-17 as we go into the 4th and deciding quarter. So hang on to your hats wherever you are. This final quarter could determine playoff football for our Birds this year. And being the optimist that we are, I'm going to start off by saying I love Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John.
Jimmy John's, you know. Why? Because we're bringing this broadcast from their press box. They are our official press box sponsor. And as always, we say, freak yeah, because they got the Kickin' Ranch is here on their sandwiches. And we appreciate your sponsorship and your sandwiches. Also, the Fairmont Princess, as always, a special thank you to our family and friends, the Fairmont Princess. Make sure you do stop by and take advantage of the 5 Diamond Luxury Hotel, the TPC Stadium course, of the award-winning Well and Being Top Rank Spa. Make sure you also enjoy the La Hacienda Restaurant, Toro Latin Restaurant and Rum Bar, and the Bourbon Steak Restaurant. And one last headline sponsor, Lerner Rowe. As we know, Interact need a check. They will fight hard to get you all the money you deserve. They are another long-standing proud supporter of Chaparral Firebird football. You know, I haven't getting any love to also the Point Hilton Squaw Peak Resort. I have not done that. I apologize for that. We know our own Craig McFarland. His dad is the man up there at Point Hilton Squaw Peak, and Grandma Mac listening to us in the Little Apple, Manhattan, Kansas. Appreciate your support. Met you last week. It was so fun to have you come up and say hey at that ball game at San Diego Connor, I should say, and just the family continues here at Shaptown. So short game. 11:46. This could be the bird season, so whatever you got to do, man, rally hat or favorite beverage or take your socks on and off.
Something. I got to tell you, these last 3 games have been nail-biters. Every single one of them there, Jay. I mean, we've been going down to the nitty-gritty here.
Yep.
So, you know, the best man, best team's going to win this 4th quarter. I'll tell you that right now.
Wallerstedt drops. Rolling, being flushed. Keeps himself. Nice move there to elude the tackler. Finally brought down by Richards, but Wallerstedt once again showing his elusiveness, that senior savvy, man. Cool under pressure.
Wow. Did you see him just
Side shimmy.
Moves,
Yeah.
Big moves there, man.
Yeah.
Big moves. He's hurting, though.
A little bit as he drops back in a punt formation. I'd watch the fake here. We'll see what happens. 4th and 1. You're on the road. I don't know. You're on 41. You what do you do? You punt it away, or what do you do?
You're up. They've been stopping us. I mean, their DBs have been doing a great job. They're up, you know, on our offensive players.
Man, they got a lot of people loaded in there. All right. Wallerstedt low punt's going to be fielded. Crawford looking for some running. Come on, Devin. The 40. Get up. 43. Homer J. talking, playing the call. All right, 43-yard line. Flag flies way late. Way late from the referee.
Come on. What's going on now?
Hope it's not against us.
Let's hope.
That was way late from the referee. Almost at the end of the play, huh? I see Braxton Tester coming to the end zone, pleading his case to one of the coaches, so it could be BT being flagged. Again, we don't have the luxury of instant replay here, but it appears to be against Shap at this point, unfortunately.
I gotta tell you, today we've been flagged more than I don't know if we've had this many flags before now.
Right. We talked about the 7-man officiating crew, so a lot of flags, but
majority
of the flags against Ben. I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I'm saying, you know, they're flagging us a lot more now. It's like, wow.
Personal foul against Mountain Point.
All right.
Looks like we're going to have offsetting again here.
Come on, really?
Dead ball.
Yep. 2 against Mountain Point. We got how many panels in this?
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, 52 black.
Okay.
Personal foul, number 59, black.
So we have 4 penalties on this one play.
Jeez, come on.
2 and 2. That's getting ugly.
Offset?
They 2 and 2. I would think they would. So they're going to sort this one out. You know, we talked about it from the onslaught. This is going to be an emotional game. It is obviously the emotion starting to really come out here in the 4th quarter. But you talked about it, man. You can't lose your head under pressure. Hit somebody, perform, take it out there.
That's
We have
right.
a double foul, so the penalties will offset.
Yes. Offset. It's going to re-kick this thing.
2 unsportsmanlike, the distance foul will offset. 4th down.
I'm sure this crew coming in knowing the intensity and some of the history here has been warned to really keep this thing under wraps. And they're trying to do that, it appears.
What do you think, Jay? Kick? It's like,
I think they're going to kick it away this time.
yeah, I think he is too.
Yeah. Once again, Walderstedt standing as 29. Real short kick away from Crawford this time. Takes a very favorable mountain point bounce. Going to be down at the 11. So let's do the math here. About a gain, or I should say a loss, about 34 yards on that overall penalty exchange.
That was a horrible penalty there. That was just, you know, look at how backed up they are now.
Yeah, way back.
An extra 35 yards.
Oh, yeah, man, you're spot on. Absolutely.
Man, that just hurts him. Now we really got to show up.
All right, 21-17, Birds down with 10:04 remaining in the contest. Now what do we got going on? What is going on?
Re-kick? Oh, another re-kick, man.
What was, I couldn't hear something about Chaparral, the re-kick.
Looks like there was a penalty against the offense. They're going to back them up and re-kick.
Carter family for the points held the Spa Peak Resort and their sponsorship.
Sorry, everybody.
No, I'm trying to see if we can, I heard Chaparral shows the re-kick. Did you see a penalty indication there?
Yeah, there was a penalty back here.
Okay.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
There we go. Okay.
They went back.
Now we go.
Kick.
There we go.
All right, third time's the charm here, Jay.
Let's just take it to the house.
Yeah, let's take it to the house this time.
Let's just make it simple. Put it in the end zone.
The third time will be the charm, man.
Devin, just pick this bad boy off and go to pay dirt right now.
Let's go.
So third punt in this series for Walderstedt. High snap and
What a
able to get
catch.
that.
Did you see that?
What a catch. Line drive. Devin, the 30, cutting back as flags fly. As a block across the way was illegal.
Really?
Yeah, Oliver Karras blocked the defender in the back. I saw that one. So Devin's down at literally down at the 36. I hope he's okay. He's on turf. See if we can get a shot of that. Devin, obviously some kind of pain there about the 36. Yeah, blocking the back by Karras is going to cost the Birds a few yards there.
Wow.
So let's hope that Devin's okay. Birds players and Palmy's cheer squad taking a knee out of respect, which is a kind of a high school tradition to show that. So let's talk about more of our sponsors. I'd like to give up some more love here. Once again.
Make sure the sponsor see us, say hi to us, and, you know.
What you got, man?
If the sponsor looks and sees you, Jay, or me, you know, say, hey, I hear you guys, you know. It'd be nice to know that they're out there listening as well.
Well, actually, yeah, we did have the one earlier from Infinity, and love to hear that, man.
Infinity.
We appreciate you. We always give you a shout out at least 2-3 times a ball game. I also want to give one to Z Tejas. They provide a fresh Southwest flair with a twist. Pick up this outstanding program and enjoy a free appetizer at the purchase of an entree. Also, door number 2, they save thousands when you sell your own home. They are a proud new sponsor of Chaparral football. So after all of that, the Birds at their own 20. Miller fires, has underneath again, Norvell. Those plays have been open all night, and now the Birds trying to really go there. Marcus, good first down pickup. I love that name, man. Chunka Hodge knocking him off his feet. Chunka. He is, like I said, big dude, man. 6'2", 225.
He's a big guy. You can definitely see that.
225 in high school?
Man.
At linebacker?
Senior?
Junior. We'll get him next year, too. 2nd and 3. Darvon, about had his head taken off there. Shank and Landrum. Hodge also there wrapping him up defensively. Again, we can see that what they're doing defensive, they are keying on Darvon Hubbard. No doubt about it.
One thing that they should do is have Jack take it.
Pull it.
Pull it, go the other opposite
But I wonder with his
direction.
knee, though. I hear what you're saying, brother, but his knee, they may not want to risk a hit on him.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. Normally they would.
Yeah, he would definitely.
Here comes the heat, and Jack's going to get hit.
Wow.
intended for Helston.
Complete.
3 and out.
Intended for Helston.
A lot of heat right up the A gap, so Birds are going to have to punt it away as Jack limps a little bit coming off the field.
Looks like those guys are getting beat up out there.
It's a big size difference, man. And it's
Hey, man,
taking.
they're hitting them hard.
Yep.
They're hitting them hard. They want it a little bit more than we do, it looks like right now.
In punt formation for the Firebirds.
3 and out's not
Gibson
good
back deep
offensively
for the high.
here, but let's see what we can do defensively here, Jay.
Tommy to punt it away. Gibson to receive the real high punt. Takes a Mountain Point bounce. Go down about the 47-yard line. Not a favorable bounce at all.
Jeez.
8:28 remaining. Birds done 21-17. That defense is going to be called on again.
Yard line.
As unfortunately, the offense not able to get much going there.
Yep, they're back on the field.
So we'll see what they got. And we
Three and
talked,
out.
we talked about it earlier. They have Mountain Point has not thrown the ball hardly at all. Haven't needed to. Why would you? You're up. You're controlling the game,
33-14.
controlling the tempo. The dual backs of Sanders and McKinney. What you got?
I got Danny. Here's the junior Christmas at the Fairmont.
Nice.
Hey, we'll be expecting an invitation there, all right?
I'm in, man. That place was
Danny.
awesome at Christmas.
Yeah, you can hook us up.
Sanders,
We'll
the ball
definitely be
carrier.
there.
They got like an ice skating pond and everything, man. Sanders, nice run on first down. Uh-oh. Got a hobbling pride, Alex Vogel.
Oh, no.
6'2", 270. He's back up. He's an offensive lineman, man. Those guys like that kind of stuff. Hurt me, they're not going to come out of the game.
Those guys are tough.
Yeah, they're tough.
But when you only go 2-3 steps forward, I mean,
What do you got to do?
just make sure you stay low.
Push.
Get your hands up. Contain.
Keep your balance on,
That's
right?
right. Keep your balance. Keep your quarterback safe. That's all they do.
Here comes McKinney. Now check that. Wallerstedt pulled. Nice run. He gets kicked at the end. Hope they don't throw a flag on that one. Wallerstedt pulled again at the right time.
Alex Monson.
Down to the 35-yard line.
He read that ad perfectly.
He's done it all night long. And once again, here comes Mountain Point in scoring position. Jace Jorgensen trotting on the field last minute, replacing Sardar Aziz, the nose guard. McKinney again slashing the big little man. You hear me call all night long down 27-yard lines, about 2 yards short.
33, Tesler.
I gotta tell you, Jay, that offensive line is just pushing them down. I mean, look at the size of these guys. I mean, these guys are monsters, man.
Yeah, you can see
They're
the difference on the
just
screen
literally
big time.
going 5-10 yards at a time.
It's mano-a-mano,
Yeah.
pushing back. 2nd and 2. Can that defense hold again here? It's going to be Sanders, and he's close.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Looks like has the first down inside the 30-yard line.
Here we go again. Come on, guys. Let's go.
33, Bryson Tesler.
Ryan McMillan checking in defensively for the Birds, replacing Jackson Richards. That is a fresh set of downs. Mountain Point with the lead and on the march with 6:50 remaining. McKinney stretches the corner, the 20, looking inside the 10.
McKinney, the ball
Trio of Firebirds bring him down. But looks like he's close to another first down, Joel.
Yeah.
BT, ZT right there. Cam Hightower, lots of pursuit, but unfortunately not able to bring him down until he rumbled for 10 yards.
Here's what's going on, Jay. That defense has been out there most of the second half.
Exactly.
So that's what's going on. They're wearing them down.
The big boys up front.
That running all, and the quarterback, as good as he's reading the ends, they're just definitely taking it out.
Nice. Wallerstedt in the end zone.
Oh, man.
touchdown by number 11.
Yep. Nice fake again by Wallerstedt. Takes it himself, a 10-yard line. I said nice because what a fake. And Wallerstedt, his second running touchdown with one through the air. So that ups the score to 27-17, Mountain Point, and things looking a little tougher at Shaptown.
They sure are.
Abercrombie for the PAT. He's good. So with 6:13 now remaining in the contest, our Birds have got to get it, as you like to eat, the high-flying ASAP, baby. It is time to pull it out right now because you're down 2 scores. Now, I mean 2 scores, 2 touchdowns now. 6 minutes remaining in the ballgame.
Now, your opponents get to relax and just, do their job, nothing big. They give up a big play. They still have time on the board to, get their offense back out there, which they shouldn't, but we need our offense to kick it into the next few here, Jay.
And this is exactly what defensive coordinator Conrad Hamilton of Mountain Point is known for. Loves to bring the heat. When it's time for the other team to have to throw on almost every down, he's going to bring some serious heat, man. So let's get some screens, offset some of that stuff, right? Dump off some stuff like that. But we got to do it in a hurry. So Birds fans out there, wherever you are, 6:13 remaining. We talked about it earlier. This could determine our playoff future. Birds have got to rally here tonight. Abercrombie once again teeing it up with the 40. Darvon, the deep man, and of course he will not get the ball again. Capri Hamilton this time, the 20, the 25. Good to see Capri handling that cleanly up the 32-yard line. 6:06. Miller, Hubbard, Christakis, Crawford. You've heard me call them all night long, Narvell. Time to step up. I don't think I've given love to our offensive line. They have done a nice job tonight. Brian Grigger, Anthony Gibson, Von Grobe, Sam Wiener, and Craig McFarland. They've done a nice job moving him, protecting Jack pretty much.
Yeah, they're protecting him, but they're not opening it up for Jargon, man. Jargon is,
been tough in the running game.
Yeah, today he ain't got no yards going on.
Yeah. Early, but that was about it.
Yeah. And that's the momentum they had early.
Miller, everybody's covered. Jack throws across his body. Dangerous pass, and it's picked off. Yeah, that was a dangerous pass. Going to be returned to the 40, the 30, the 20. Not going to bounce the 13. Diamante Landrum, and Jack, I'm sure wishes he had that one back. Threw across his body into triple coverage, sailed over Tommy Christakis, and picked off by Mountain Point.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you need to throw that one out of bounds. When you're on the run, don't go for the, you could go either way, but be the safe way, throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, trying to make a play, and unfortunately it sailed on him. And so Mountain Point, another, we hadn't talked about, had many turnovers. There's a costly one here, looking to put some of the proverbial icing on the cake. Up 28-17 with 5:49 remaining now, and first down at the 11-yard line.
This is a tough one here, Jay.
Yeah. Wallerstedt fires, going for the quick strike, but too tall, intended for Davis.
Now they're just going to open up their playbook.
Why not, huh?
Yeah, why not?
They're already in field goal range, which means it would be a 2-touchdown plus lead. Actually, that's not true. It would be 2 touchdowns. It would be 14 points if they go that way. So defense has got to keep them out of the end zone here at the least. And see if that offense can go. Sanders, nope, check it. Wallerstedt pulls it again. He has faked me out all night long. He's done a nice job. Wallerstedt, the senior, again, inside the 5, down about the 4 as we approach 5:30 now remaining in the ball game. And they're going to take their time here and let that clock run a little bit, man. We talked about it coming in. Even though Mountain Point had a 3-4 record, very good ball club. You can see why. They're going to make the playoffs. McKinney in the end zone at the 5:14 mark. McKinney's second touchdown run of the evening.
See the hole they opened up for him?
Huge. I could have ran through that hole, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. This offensive line is just pushing this defensive backs back. They're doing their job. They're opening just enough where he can get in. He's a little guy, but guess what? Squeezing in right in there.
Yeah, nice job by that big offensive line we talked about all night long. That size advantage or disadvantage, depending which side you're listening or watching this from, really showing and rearing its ugly head here in the fourth quarter.
Size definitely has been the issue here.
So Abercrombie's PAT is good. Unfortunately, the Jack Miller interception turns into a touchdown for Mountain Point, and up big here, 35-17 with 5:14 remaining in the contest. Do you want to give a couple more shout-outs to some of our great sponsors before we go off the air on this one? Again, as I flip through this outstanding program, rise to the occasion. We have a style and a suit for every moment. Make sure you stop by the Men's Warehouse. Shop their latest seasonal styles from Joseph Aboud, Kenneth Cole, Calvin Klein, Lucky Brand, and more at menswarehouse.com. Well, partner, what do you do, man? Down by 18, 5 minutes to go. You're going to have to start launching and firing. That's about it, right?
Yeah, but those are the big ones. Just take it a little bit at a time. 10 here, 10 there, 15 there. Just, let's just get that offensive going. Just the momentum going. You're going for those big balls. I mean, you're gonna miss some. 4 and out, 3 and out. You don't want to see 3 and out. Let's move the ball.
Hamilton, again, the up man, fielding the kick, the 25. Can be brought down about the 30-yard line. So this ball game that started so promising with the Birds scoring a touchdown the first drive, a field goal the second drive, and then coming out with a touchdown, actually being then shut down the entire second quarter, coming out with a touchdown the first drive of the third quarter. Not much else offensively, unfortunately. The defense, which was so tough in the first half, as we talked about here in the second half, just been worn down by the big boys. So 5:09. This is a gut check right here. If I'm Coach Barnes, I want to see my boys stand up under pressure. What are they going to do?
Yep, that's right. Let's see what they got to do. Under pressure.
Flags fly.
Oh my gosh, it's flags. I gotta say,
happy feet against the Birds. What you got?
Flag kind of day.
It's been a flag kind of day, man. Way too many, huh?
Oh my gosh, man! I've never seen
We've had a few.
Flags.
That's one of the questions I'm going to ask Coach Barnes, the QB club, next week is exactly how many flags there were against each team. We've had quite a few. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen double offsetting fouls. So 4 flags on one play.
Yeah, and then we had a rain of flags on the other side.
Yep. 3 down there, one other end.
One ejection. I mean, that's just not.
Miller is hit and he is smashed as he's on the ground. He got absolutely drilled the 15. Pass intended from Marcus Nervell. And Jack Limps get it. They're teeing off, like I said.
They're teeing off, man. They're giving him his legs. I'm surprised they didn't call a penalty in that one. That was pretty late there.
Yeah, hit him real low, and as he released that one. And normally in high school football, they do a pretty good job trying to protect those quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Jack's going to be definitely sore tomorrow. Already with a leg brace here in the second half. So the Birds 2nd and 15. Ball at the 26.
They're going to need some healing time going next week to Pinnacle.
Pinnacle's big also. Miller fires. I don't know, somebody almost hit him. Christakis, Tommy breaking a tackle. Look at Tommy C. go, baby. Down to 33. Tommy C. Excellent run after catch. Great individual effort.
They haven't utilized him as much as he is worth. They need to utilize him as much as they can. Right now, it's a time where you have your duo, your quarterback, throwing it. Okay, sorry.
Are you all right?
This is where you get your quarterback throwing to your guy.
He's a go-to man, yeah.
Get it up there, let him go get it, high point that ball, come down with it, another first down.
Ball at the 36, 4:52 remaining as more whistles. Looks like Mountain Point wants to take a timeout here. Our score again 35-17, 4:52 remaining in the ball game. We also want to give another shout out. Raising Cane's, they are the official Chicken Fingers sponsor for Chaparral football. They love their ongoing ticket and booster club lounge sponsorship. Raising Cane's says they are always ready for Chaparral Firebird football. And one more time, our other scoreboard sponsor, I give one more shout out to, Infinity of Scottsdale. Thank you for your scoreboard sponsorship this year. We appreciate you so much. And for all of our sponsors, I talk about through all the broadcasts that we can't do without you guys, and everything from all the helmets and everything, accessories and the coach's equipment. You talked earlier about the sideline review, all that stuff. This digital camera system that we bring. This is HD camera, man. And I've had a couple people the last couple weeks they're amazed at the quality of these broadcasts for high school football. You too, partner?
Live broadcasting, especially right now, we're getting right now.
Yeah.
So we're plugged in directly. When we're away, we're working off a, it's not even a Wi-Fi, it's just a router.
Router, yeah.
Picking up signals, and it's actually been working perfect. So I want to thank everybody out there that's tuning in. Danny, thanks for the good word.
I like
We
that.
appreciate that.
All right, Miller takes a low slap, fires, has a man out the top. All kinds of, there's got to be a flag there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, big time. Gibson pushing Christakos.
Plenty of penalty markers down.
So that'll be against Mountain Point. That's what they got to do, man. They got to get his sense of urgency. Got to keep going launching like that.
Stop that guy. He's bigger, stronger than you.
I'm fine toward him. So obviously, pass interference is the call here.
This is a 15-yard penalty. It's not a place of the ball.
Right.
We're in high school. We're not in the pros.
Maybe some of these guys will be eventually, but we'll see. It's a far stretch.
It'd be nice to see some of these guys out there.
A lot of D1 players out there
That's right.
on both sides of the ball. So after the penalty is marked off, it'll be first down at the 21. 4:45 remaining. Birds down 35-17. Miller, all kinds of pressure. Rolling out to his right, being flushed. Throws it away smartly like you talked about.
There you go.
Got to get rid of that.
Yeah. And he's out there struggling too, Jay.
Yeah.
He's out there limping around. I mean, but you got to give it to him. He's still out there. He hasn't given up. He's still throwing the ball. He's still
Flag
running
against
away.
flag against our boys.
Oh, man.
Across the way, we can see a little hanky there at the 31.
I think we're getting close to the 80, 90-yard big flags.
Quite a bit. Well, especially if you're, the offsetting, you don't even really take that yardage into play, huh? So 36-yard line after that one's marked off, 4:38 now remaining. Means that our boys have got a second and a country mile to go for first down, 25 well, at the 36-yard line. Doesn't matter, it's all 4-down territory at this point. And we, again, have got to score here like right away. And onside kick and hope we do it again. So Miller surveying the defense. Twins left and right, unusual set, different set. Miller underneath. Darvon, nice tackle. Good tackle by Chunka Hodge. Called his name a lot in the second half. All over Darvon. Actually loses a couple yards, so third down about 28 here. I'm going vertical, man. I just got to go vertical. Toss it up again, like I said, to Tommy. PI, so they can do it.
Automatic first down if they do that.
I'm sure they got double coverage. You can see Tommy, of course, in the slot.
It looks like the issue now is they're getting to Jack.
Exactly. Pass into triple coverage that time. Intended for Norvell. A flag flies.
What is that?
Lots of activity in the middle of your screen there.
Looks like it's going to be against them.
See what we got. Could be a little bit of taunting, whatever they call it in high school football, yeah.
Yep.
Pass into triple coverage, a little too hot for Marcus, and a trio of Mountain Point defenders meeting right there, and then the flag fly, you called it, partner,
15 yards
against Mountain Point.
Down.
Yep.
So you got to keep your composure, keep it cool. It's not over. Get out there and get the score.
You know, I think I'm gonna go back and be an official because I can step off 15 yards or 10 yards accurately, dude. It's been like this one guy who's the umpire has a hard time stepping these things off. So anyway, not to criticize.
Penalty is unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yep.
On the Pride.
There you go. From the there you go down 15, 24-yard line. So I think it's automatic first down for unsportsmanlike. Let's see. It says they got a down marker. Still says third. We must be wrong on that, partner. So third and looks like 12. A little more manageable again. This is 4-down territory. Under 4 minutes remaining. Jack trying the hard count there. And Coach Barnes wants to talk about it here. Which, you know what that means? It's time to give some more love across the air. Who else have I got in this awesome thing? Oh, yeah, man, one of our own, Craig Witten, his son Jack, outstanding sophomore DB. Look forward to seeing him play the next couple of years. He used to work for UBS. I know he just transferred, and I was trying to remember the name of the new company. Craig, I apologize. It's like, text me, man, or next board meeting, let me know, because I want to make sure I get it out there right. Anyway, Craig Witten, father of our own Jack Witten, is a CFP. You want to take care of him for some business, because I know he just transferred a new company. He likes his new spot. So, how about Park Advisors? You need some insurance or estate planning? Get a hold of Brandon Convery. He's another new proud sponsor of Chaparral Firebird football. We've got so many people that love to give this program. It's way cool. And one of my personal favorites, is I've used them a couple times, Air Park Dodge Chrysler Jeep, 7801 East Frank Lloyd Wright in Scottsdale. All right, our boys, 4th and 13. Almost going to call it the way I see it. This could be the season. So we'll see what happens here. Not to be overly dramatic. We still have 2 games to go, but this could be it right here. Jack fires towards Norvell, and Marcus, touchdown Birds! What a pass from Miller. What a great catch from Marcus Norvell. Woo!
Hey, Jay, I was looking back, make sure there was no hankies out there.
I'm with you, brother.
Man.
I'm with you, brother.
What a throw by Jack.
Yeah, that was a laser.
What a throw.
And spot on, and Marcus got to give it to him. His 3rd touchdown reception tonight, so wow.
Great job. And you know what? You got to give it up to Jack. He stayed in the pocket. He took a small hit, but he still got that ball out.
Yeah, nice
Great
toss.
job.
So, that's right. Have to have a new holder. Edelblut's been kicked out of the game. So, the new holder is going to be backup quarterback Sam Treaster, number 17 for Tommy. Still 8 seconds on the play clock, so plenty of time. Don't need to rush this. So looking for a good snap. Sam puts it down, and Tommy is good. So we got to do onside kick, man. We're down by 11 with 3:52. They know it. We know it. Just got to make it happen and execute. But we talked about gut check time. Who's going to step up? And I got to give a couple shout-outs in that drive. Jack Miller, I'm going to give you a double shout-out. Tommy, way to go. And also Marcus Norvell. What a great catch. You know, how about the offensive line? Give them some love for the protection. Jack got hit, but again, they've been facing these monsters all night long. Enough time to get those balls off.
That's right. They just get enough time to get the ball out. We got to give it up to the offensive line.
Yes.
Way to hold it up a few seconds to give Jack enough time to throw that ball.
Again, give it up Brian Greger, Anthony Gibson, Von Grove, Sam Wiener, and Craig McFarland. Nice protection and time. So onside coming. I think the only person that doesn't know that for sure is somebody's asleep right now. And our Birds got to kick it and recover it, score and do it again, because we've only got 3:52 remaining, down by 11.
All right, 24-35, 3 minutes, 52 seconds left in the 4th quarter, folks. In for another nail biter.
What's new, man? We talked about it.
It's like I'm moving back and forth, just,
thinking about it?
Just the intensity of the football. You know how it is.
Are we going to kick away here? No. There we go. There's the onside and picked up, and Mountain Point's got it at the 42-yard line. I don't want to say too much.
Not quite how they should have done it. You're going to get it, at least get it past the 50.
Yeah, I didn't see a
lot. Gone he almost picked that up.
The scoop and go for the the pay dirt, man.
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot of the black shirts, our boys hustling where the ball was there. Maybe it was waiting for it to go 10 yards. That had to have been what was going on there. So Mountain Point up 35-24, as my partner mentioned. 1 timeout remaining, 3:49, and they're going to keep it on the ground, of course.
Yeah,
McKinney dances off the left side. Jakim, big ball game tonight. Love to have a statistician to see how much they've got on the ground. It's been a ton. And those big boys, as we talked about a couple times already, making a difference here in the second half.
Yeah, it's definitely been a running game for them this entire time here, Jay.
Yeah.
Definitely got that running game going, for sure.
So, folks, next week we are on the road at Pinnacle. The game, again, is on ESPNU, and Joel and I were talking about ahead of time. We're going to try and do our best to get some kind of a streaming thing out there for you guys. Not quite sure. Maybe calling it from the men's locker room or something, but we'll do our best, right?
We'll see what we can do.
Right, we'll get it out
I know
there.
everybody will be tuning into ESPN because that's where this game next Friday, ESPN.
Yep, ESPNU. Wallerstedt keeps inside the 35 to 34-yard line.
Stop by 54, Tesler.
Zian Tesler, the senior, making the tackle for our Birds. One of the really cool traditions, Joel, I don't know if you've seen it or not, is you'll come in senior night and all of our championship banners are going to have all the seniors, their own personal banners hung up there. It is going to be so cool. What a testament to all the players. Of course, they get to keep that, and something that this program also does. Shout out to the senior leaders. So, folks, you definitely want to be here in 2 weeks. The home finale against Liberty. The Lions, very salty ball club to say the least, currently ranked number 3 in 6A.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
As Sanders is drugged down and is going to be short of the first down, but fourth down with now 2:10 remaining. Birds still have 2 timeouts, and the clock's running. I would have stopped the clock there, but now we're at 2 minutes. A lot of time running off the clock here.
They're taking their sweet time, man.
Yeah, I would have burned a timeout here. This is a lot of time going off. I mean, I understand you got to get the ball back, but you could stop that. And anyway, 1:47. And now Mountain Point's going to take a timeout on 4th and short.
They ran down the clock.
Yep. I know that it's a 4th and short, but you can't let them dictate it there. Right. 1:46 remaining in the ball game. Our Birds look like they may drop to 5-3, unfortunately, here. And in the conference, the very tough conference of district, again, Liberty and Pinnacle will be at the top. Our Birds in 3rd place, although Boulder Creek beat us. And we beat Sandra Day O'Connor and Mountain Ridge. So right now we're sitting in the 3rd position in the district. And from a seeding playoff standpoint, it's going to be tough. What's happened, unfortunately, is the Birds' early part of the schedule hasn't helped them. Wins over Chandler Hamilton and Desert Mountain in 6A. They haven't had very good seasons. So PowerPoint-wise, it hasn't helped us positioning.
Definitely hasn't.
We got to sneak in the top 16 to make the playoffs.
Now they do. They have the same record as last year. So now they'll have 5-3, and we'll be 5-3.
Who's that? Oh, you mean Mountain Point? They're actually going to be 4-4, but I got you. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, you're fine. McKinney off the right side, 30-20 inside the 10. That could be all she wrote, folks. The fat lady's warming up the parking lot, man.
That's your guy right there.
Yeah, McKinney's had a heck of a ball game. Jakim.
MVP of the day right there, little McKinney.
Yeah, he's tough. So our Birds are going to go down here tonight, and unfortunately, well fought. Defense, I thought, played a great ball game. Offense misfiring at a couple of key times when they couldn't afford to do it, and a ton of penalties like we talked about. And you also talked about the small mistakes all night long.
Yeah.
They have been big mistakes.
It started right there with that little kickoff, fumble.
Yeah.
30 seconds left, they go in and score again. Like, that just turn it around. It's all about the momentum there.
Wallerstedt, the senior,
He wants to
dives down inside the 5. And timeout's going to be taken here by Shapp with 1:08 remaining. I know we talked about a couple times coming on the air and then also throughout the game. This is kind of a revenge game against Conrad Hamilton. So Conrad's his defense is going to pull out the win here. Conrad had interviewed for the head coaching job, went down to Mountain Point, took a lot of the assistant coaches with him there. So have to give a tip to Conrad and his staff to pull out the win here. We're not sore losers. I'm just a proud winner, man. I like to be a winner, right?
That's right.
Let's do it.
Right.
Do it. So our boys, a lot to be proud of tonight, but I hope injury-wise we're okay. I know I see Jack Miller dragging your leg down there. He's got a knee on. I'm sure it's going to be a week of rest and recovery for him.
Yeah, he doesn't look so well.
No, at this point, if they get the ball back, I'd put in backup quarterback.
Yeah, you can't get him out there. That's enough for risk.
Yeah, get Sam Treaster out there.
It's not even close enough where it's even worth it.
Right.
So
2nd and 4. Mountain Point trying to rub a little bit of salt in the wounds, quite frankly.
The ball carrier.
McKinney the ball clear, and looks like the Birds are going to burn the last timeout here with 1:03, and it'll be 3rd down and 3 upcoming. So what are your overall thoughts on the contest? Anything else you want to share with our viewers?
Well, it was a tough game here today. A lot of those little mistakes that I was talking about early in the game here, Jay. You have to execute what you need to do. What's your position, what you need to do. You got to make sure you catch the ball. You got to make sure you get in front. I mean, it's small mistakes. That's what, I mean, small mistakes, you can see the scoreboard, and that's where it hurts, you know. Those mistakes are the ones that are definitely going to win or lose the game for you. But, I mean, you got to give it up to the defense. They did a great job. I mean, they've been putting some points up. And obviously, I mean, they got 35 runs. They're trying to get another 7. Hopefully, we can stop them. But it's been a battle. It's been a battle here today, man.
I don't think the scoreboard's indicative of the defensive effort that certainly went out there tonight. Like I said, holding them to 14 at half.
Yeah.
And anyway, enough of that. So 1:03, 3rd down and 3, ball at the 3. As we close this one out at Shaptown. An absolutely gorgeous night, though, like we talked about weather-wise. You couldn't get a better night. Next couple weeks will be spectacular in Arizona.
Yeah.
Wallerstedt designed run, and Brett punches in the end zone at 59.9 remaining in the ball game, and the senior quarterback, Nick Wallerstedt, breaks through the 40 barrier for the Pride. As Abercrombie on to attempt the PAT.
A big round of applause for Chaparral Online.
It's just been such a different game. I go through this every year when it's fall break, and like, you know, the bird cage isn't here, the stands are about 1/4. I know we all go through this at different school. It's different, man.
There's no animosity. There's no, you know, the energy from the crowd sometimes just powers everybody up.
Right.
We didn't have that here today, Jay. It definitely does make a huge difference sometimes, you know.
Looks like Mountain Point's going to shuttle one more player on and off here with 59.9 remaining. So what do you think? You into baseball at all? What do you think about the playoffs, man? Who's going to do it down the stretch?
I'm not
A baseball guy? Huh?
I've been too tied up with football right now.
Go figure.
Yeah, too tied up with football.
That's been your life for a while, yeah?
Yeah.
Abercrombie is good. Well, I'm a huge baseball fan. Not that you guys want to hear it. You've heard it for years from up in Kansas City. My Royals, second worst record in baseball this year, 108 losses. But out of the final 4 remaining, man, I'm going for the Astros, and I'm also going to go for the Brew Crew.
There you go.
Speaking of, I'm going to put this on mute for a second. I'm going to let you talk for a second, so I'm going to try and get a score.
All right.
NLCS score. NLCS score.
Well, folks, thank you again very much for tuning in. Really appreciate everybody out there. Thanks for tuning in again.
You sound good, man. I'm trying to get Surrey to respond to my NLCS score. I can't get the pull up. So.
Hey, at least the positive of this week is that the freshmen won the game.
Exactly.
1 of the 3 is not bad. It would have been nice to have 3 for 3, but you know, we'll take 1 out of 3.
Right.
It's a great football program that they have. You know, they're known
tradition.
6'8". I mean,
huge.
They're known 6'8". Beast
powerhouse.
Too. Yeah.
Yes.
So you know, to be able to stay with them and you know just be able to compete with them, it's definitely an eye opener.
Another pop-up going to be fielded by Devin Crawford at the 20. Put my baseball announcers on there. He's going to be pushed into foul territory at the 28-yard line.
Wow, all of a
4
sudden
defenders there.
You see that? Before, these defenders would just look at you down, be like, what? Got you. Now they're like pulling you back up.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, I like the sportsmanship, but when you're up, you know,
big,
a few scores, you know, all of a sudden you're nice. Oh, let me go ahead and help you out.
And looks like Jack Miller will take the snap here.
Oh, wow. He's
okay.
back in.
Yeah, it is a wow, but okay. 53.1. Darvon gets the handoff, smashes out past the 30, but the 32-yard line. So 43 ticks remaining in the contest here. And the Birds may get one more playoff. It's going to be a loss in the record books, unfortunately, for our boys in black and white and red tonight, which, as I mentioned, will drop our record to 5 wins against 3 losses. Next week on the road at Pinnacle, ESPNU, and Jay and Joel will stream it to you. Make sure you dial in. And last play of the game upcoming, unless there's a penalty. Hubbard spins off the right side. As always, Joel, enjoy calling it with you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate your shots.
Thank you.
Tough loss tonight. Final thoughts before we sign off.
Big tough loss today. Thank you all for tuning in. It was a great game. It was a tough one to lose. But these guys, hopefully we still have a chance. I mean, next week we're going to go into Pinnacle. And then, of course, we got that crazy
Liberty.
Awesome game that's going to come up in Liberty, man. They're up there, so, you know, it's definitely a must-win out situation here.
Yeah,
so.
got to win the next 2, and actually at this point it's got to be some help from other people to schedule to get us in. So our final score from Shaptown, Birds go down by a score of 42-24. Jay and Joel saying good night.
Good night, everybody.